There, my name is Fix Fox. We are back after completing Sprightly Sandro, and we are going to be diving into another one of our Fix Fox challenges. I am really grateful for these Fix Fox challenges because these are going to be an opportunity for me to be stretched to my very limits, and I have no idea exactly what I'm getting myself into. I have not yet received a lot of wonderful feedback yet as far as what other challenges people might like to see. If you are interested in providing some input on other challenges that we can do for these Fix Fox challenges, please go to the Fix Fox Discord. You can find the link in the description and wherever you're getting these videos, and you can add to the possible things that you want to put me through. Whatever you want to make me suffer with, yeah, put it in the Fix Fox Discord and make me suffer. That's my humble request to you. Make it tough, make me hate life, and we'll have a real good time. So with that being said, we're going to go back here into F Heroes 2. This, of course, was the finish of Sprightly Sandro. And we are going to go into a new game. We're going to go into Beltway. Whoa, what did I just click on? We're going to go Sandro. No. We're going to go back into Beltway. Beltway was the first map we did. For now, I think I'm going to just keep these challenges on a map that is fairly well balanced and more than just 2 players, right? If it's just you and one other enemy, it doesn't add a lot of intrigue. Beltway, I think, as I've identified, as the perfect map to do lots of challenges, which will make us have a tough time, but also be fairly doable. So we're going to put this on normal difficulty, impossible, and then we're going to decide red, yellow, or purple. Let's do a quick little dice roll to determine what we're going to do there. It's going to be a 2. That's going to put us as the red player here. So we are going to play as red. And then we do need to figure out what we're going to do for our challenge here. So, color picker wheel of destiny. Oh no, I got to pull it up. I got to pull it up real quick. I should have set this up in the break. Not bad. Thankfully, it should pop right up. There we go. All right, so if you haven't seen this before, this is the picker wheel. We got different choices here. This can be a playthrough with no magic, only magic, win by 3 months, no actions for 7 days, only units that I could personally take in a fight, females only, dead tiers, or humans and animals only. If we pick on dead tiers, we might still play that. We might still play that. It depends. We probably won't, just because last time we didn't play with any rocks. We'll see what we end up getting this time, but I'm just interested to find out. Oh no, you're kidding me. Oh, only magic. Folks, we've just rolled only magic for this Fix Fox challenge here. So here on Beltway, we're going to be playing only magic. That means that you can hire troops, but your troops cannot attack. If they retaliate, okay, great, fine, sure. Like that happens, right? But as far as I'm concerned, I can only use magic to deal damage. That's the way I've kind of interpreted that. I suppose you could say, Fix Fox, your heroes can only have 1 unit in the army, so that way you either like win the fight or lose the fight, and it, you know, there's no chance for you to do anything but use magic or not use magic. One way or the other, we're going to say to ourselves, look, we are not going to do anything offensively unless it has magic involved. So let's see if we can get enough magic arrows and lightning bolts and cold rays out there to do some cool stuff. We're going to leave this on random and let's dive right in. Tendar, you've released Sprightly Sandro. Very good. Happy to hear that. So where can people find that? Is that on the F Heroes 2 Discord? If people are interested in playing your wonderful map, where should they go? Please let us know. Everybody is all a quiver. I'm going to do just like this. We're going to start to roam the adventure map. 6 mercury there. I'm going to take gold because experience, does experience matter? Experience means more spell power and knowledge. Thankfully, folks, we rolled as the best faction to do a magic only run, and that is the faction that actually uses magic very, very well and starts off with 3 spell power. This was actually perfect. This could not have been any more perfect, actually. So we're trying to get enough resources so we can get Mage Guild levels. Right now, on impossible difficulty, we've only got 11 mercury, 10 ore. We need wood, we need sulfur, we need crystal, we need gems, and there's lots of forces here in our starting area that if we don't get a magic arrow level tier 1, I don't know if we can actually complete this challenge. It may be that we can't complete the challenge because I think that every avenue is covered. So you can't get out this way, can't get out that way. There is a Shrine of the First Circle here. If this is a magic arrow, we're going to be doing great. Nope, it's a curse. Okay. It's okay. That's okay. Goblin Hut, I mean, I'll pick it up, but I don't know if it's going to be very useful for us. I've never wanted a magic arrow more in my life. please. Oh. Fix Fox challenge is alive. Folks, right now, Magic Arrow is our only damaging spell. In fact, it's our only offensive thing that we can do. So we can, I think, take all of our forces and we can probably brute force, let's see, not Rangers, maybe not Halflings. Skeletons are pretty tough. Orcs are kind of tough, but there's only a pack of them. I think what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna take Arie here. We're gonna make them our main hero. They're gonna pick up this treasure chest and hope for spell power, which they get more of. We'll take the pathfinding. We're gonna set off on our way. Barak is gonna go down and grab all the troops he can, just to be fodder. And I guess that Arie actually has to stop into the Mage Guild to pick up that level 1 spell. So let's have Arie do that real quick. Arie picks up the Magic Arrow, the only offensive spell we have, and we are gonna make a beeline for these orcs. So we don't have to use only Arie, but for Arie, the only thing he can do offensively is cast spells, and the only spell he has is that Magic Arrow. But he does have a couple of hardy troops with him who will try and stay alive. We've got to get Sulfur and Crystal and Gems. We need 4 of each in order to get up to the level 2 Mage Guild. It's quite possible that we get the level 2 Mage Guild and we do not get a Lightning Bolt or a Cold Ray. If you don't, still have a way forward. You just have to suffer with it. Just have to suffer, folks. I feel like I can do this, though. I think that I can use my gargoyles, not offensively, but I think I can use them just to like sit here and here and here. I think that that doesn't break with the goal of this playthrough. I think that that's still acceptable. Streamer's luck, Boreaser says, absolutely. I don't know what you do in this case. If you don't get the Magic Arrow, I think you just have to restart. So I'm pretty happy with the way that that went. But as you can see, we're not using any offensive might-based capabilities. The retaliations, I guess if you can think of a good way I can do this without that, let me know. Right now, I think that this is just the best I can do. This is me still playing fairly smart, but also keeping within the rules, I think. Funny enough, I do hope on the one hand that I'm able to get a significant amount. I didn't mean to do that. That was totally a misclick. That was totally a misclick. I hope that that does not invalidate the run. Okay, we're gonna pretend like that does not invalidate the run. Okay, so the gargoyles let some bad habits in their life creep up, and they're just used to attacking. For some reason, they attacked. Thankfully, they didn't defeat a single unit. Thankfully, we still took our losses and stuff. But I do recognize that if you have some complaints about Fix Fox playing this scenario, that could be a reasonable complaint saying, Fix Fox, you didn't actually keep with the challenge. All because of a misclick. Misclicks do happen. I don't think that I can be too dismissive of that. Misclicks are a part of the game, and if you misclick and you ruin the challenge, it's kind of on you, buddy. Figure it out. Okay. Brock is going to come up with instruction. He's still going to be useful to help clear some stuff out. I suppose, well, I suppose I could hire another hero, though. I mean, we just need meat in order to get through this. I just need hefty troops. And I suppose that so long as I've got Warlock troops here, eventually I'm going to have enough time to get through whatever enemies come my way. There's no sense in me spending any gold other than on heroes, because heroes are 2,500 gold, and there's no sense in getting any dwellings. There's no reason to get any dwellings whatsoever. So, I don't know. So far, this is working out good. We don't need a nest or a maze or a swamp or a green tower. Statue, that does give you additional gold. I guess we'll pick up that. But Arie is going to be able to slide right by these fire elementals. Lots of goblins. We can take that fight, I think. But we just don't need the mercury, though. Again, we need crystal and gems. I think we want to go through these orcs. Unless we can go around. We might be able to go around the orcs. Let's take a look and let's give that a shot, because we might be able to go around the orcs. Is there any other building that we ought to purchase here? Dungeon, maybe? I mean, you know, you might as well, maybe? No, you want the marketplace for sure. You want the marketplace because you want to be able to trade for resources that you don't have. Boreaser, and failed. In 4K on camera. I think that you're right. I think that that's a failure, and I'm very sorry for letting everybody down. Well, that's the end of the stream, everybody. Take care. Bye. No, we are going to continue because I do think that that's still the best possible start. And I think that on this scenario, if you don't get the magic arrow right off the bat, you just lose. So I think we're going to continue with just the way it is. We don't have to fight peasants if we don't want to. So I'm not going to fight them, even though they could be worth experience, just because I don't see the need to. And it's going to cost me spell points I might really want for something else later anyway. Still picking up troops because they can be useful just as a meat shield. And right now, Agar's just going to stay put for the moment. Week of the Dog. So we are 1 week in. Folks, I feel like we need to go faster. I believe that our enemies are probably very tough. Level 2 Shrine. We gotta hope for something nice there. But if our enemies are very, very tough, we're going to need maybe multiple attempts. I don't know what we're going to need. Maybe multiple attempts to get through some of these forces. Bill Fort, I guess we could use that in a moment or two. Blind is not a bad spell. I'm happy with blind, but I think I do want to take out this observation tower, and I want to go through this area. Do want to go through this area. Orc chieftains, not bad. I think that you need dwellings. You need troops to be meat shields when you cast magic. You know what? I think that you're right. I think that when you put it that way, the Hydra is maybe the best unit you could possibly get for that purpose. Now, the only thing is that I don't want to spend resources that are going to keep me away from Mage Guild levels. Like here and here, the Sulfur and the Gems, I think that you would prefer to use those for level 2 Mage Guilds. If you can defeat the enemy in the first 2 weeks, I think that you have got a chance. Right now, we're just not on pace for that, though. I don't think that we're on pace to make that sort of an event happen. We're going to take a bunch of losses here. The nice thing is that we're not even going to retaliate against the sprites. It's all going to be magic. Do we kill one full stack at a time? We do. So everybody just skip. Just skip. Take your losses. Just take the beating. But I do want to clear out this group of sprites because I think that the observation tower can be pretty useful. There's another stack goes down. And a new day. And one more. Okay. We got through it. Yeah, but you're completely right, Tobel. I hadn't even considered that, yeah, you do want the dwellings just because you do want to have the opportunity available to get enough forces to prevent major losses. We're looking for gems, folks. I need a pile of gems. Does anyone have... We don't have, like, view resources. View resources is not there. If there's a campfire here, let's send Agar to get the campfire. Maybe that's going to be our gems. And with 20, let's see, lots of goblins, 20 spell points left. How many is that? That's 6 magic arrows. Is 6 magic arrows enough to defeat lots of goblins? If it's not and you just lose, you look foolish. There's another magic well over here. There's one right here. Tell you what, I'm gonna head back and maybe we will get the gems at this campfire, or maybe, I don't know, maybe Barack will find some somewhere. I think that that's gems. No, that's gold. There's a campfire right here. Hope for gems. Sulfur? That's not it. Okay, on to a new day. There's yellow. Oh boy, yellow's coming. We're going to stay here just because overnight we're going to replenish our spell points anyway. With 12 sulfur. If I pick up a little bit more sulfur, like right here, 5 sulfur, I think that that's worthwhile then. That opens up the swamp to me. So I'll have 7 sulfur left afterwards. So we'll go here. We'll wait there. And let's just see though. Gems, please, gems. More sulfur. Okay, well, lots of sulfur. Another campfire. Let's keep trying to find whatever we can. Let's find whatever we can. But I'm really happy with the start. All things considered, I think I'm still really, really happy with this start. Being slow because of these hydras doesn't feel great, but yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do. Wait, does that mean you can't use the auto battle? It uses traditional attacks? Correct. Did I use the auto battle at some point? I know I passed by these peasants, but I said no. I didn't attack them. What did I do? They wanted to run, so I let them run. I don't think that I've auto-combated a single fight yet. So, Tobel, you're completely correct. Like, when it comes down to doing this challenge correctly, it's important that we do these things correctly. And I think that using auto-combat would absolutely break the terms and conditions of this challenge. Okay, there's another campfire up here. I'm just gonna have to keep finding what I can find. 4K gold. I think that I'm gonna leave real quick with Arie. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Let's take Rathmont because he should have some gargoyles. Perfect. So we're gonna drop these forces off, and Rathmont is going to go here. Just see what he can find over in that area. Guess I should pick up the crystal because I can trade for crystal. Because you need 4 gems. If you can trade for 4 gems, you can do it. So this is actually really, really worth our time. Do I go through rangers? I think that that's really expensive. Going through the archers is probably expensive. So long as we've got the Hydra, like we're gonna be okay. The gold is still gonna be worthwhile. Let's go in this direction and hope for the best. No, you didn't. You just realized it. Gotcha. Gotcha. And there was a rule broken already. It's not even been 15 minutes. My hope is that these challenges can actually be done very, very quickly. I'm hoping that these can be like 20 or 30-minute playthroughs as opposed to like 2-hour playthroughs. When I realized in the previous challenge map that it was like, it took a little bit longer than I thought was a good idea. So, you know. I prefer not to subject everybody to 5 hours of Fixed Fox trying to use magic only. Okay, there's going to be some retaliations here. Can't help it. But we are going to walk down the battlefield because it makes sense to try and make sure that the archers don't do full damage, or rather the rangers don't do full damage, excuse me. Have you noticed we're only killing 4 at a time? That's kind of bad. We can't even kill 1 full stack of creatures at any given point. So we'll skip here, go to there. Hydras aren't really going to get into the fight. It's probably cheating to use the Hydras because if they retaliate, they'll just clean troops up. I don't know. That feels like cheating. Like it feels cheating that I haven't attacked that group, but the retaliations have taken out 1 full stack. Like that feels like cheating. I don't know how I can avoid it though. That's kind of my problem. Like that I don't know how I can avoid that. Just simply sitting here. In the future, all right, so in the future, I think that what I have to do is I think that using your gargoyles like this is not acceptable. I think it might be acceptable to send 1 single gargoyle down the battlefield just to stay in front of somebody, but I think in general, no might and only magic means only magic. I think that only magic means only magic. And you can't get away with saying, oh, it's fine, it's fine. There's only magic. When really you're using other things. Yeah, I don't think that's actually acceptable, unfortunately. So I'll tell you what, we're going to continue with this playthrough, but we are going to make some changes on the fly because I think it's just most appropriate. All right, view resources. Finally, view resources. I'm looking for gems. Looking for J for gems. What? There's a pile right there. How did I not even see that? Okay, so Arie's going to try and get this patch of gems. Yellow has cleared out that back path. It's day 7, but we're still going to head on back because somebody's going to grab this. How did I not see that until just now? That's crazy. Okay. Through the liths. I don't know if these are guarded. Hey, a Sphinx and gems. Very good. Very good. I think that this path has already been cleared out too. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm going to run away. Maybe they're not going to hire forces there. Maybe I've got to use Arie to take this town before the enemies get a full week's worth of growth. Giant growth is up by 5. That's a lot of HP you got to go through. A lot of HP. All right, that's 3 gems. That's not enough. Agar picks up another 5 gems, so we're going to pick up our level 2 Mage Guild. Lightning Bolt or Cold Ray, baby. Lightning Bolt, that'll work. That'll work. We'll be happy with the Lightning Bolt. The question is this then, do you send Arie down to go and fight? I think that you do. I totally think you do. And I also think that what you do is you go to here. I think that you send Rathmont, you give him like a couple of forces, like it doesn't even matter who it is, like 5 stacks of goblins, right? And then he's got to go use his spells because he's only got the magic arrow right now, and he's got to use his spells to try and soften up the enemy a little bit. I don't know what these defenders are, but I do want to find out. I don't know if Arie's gonna be able to reach there, but okay, this is doable. This is totally doable. I don't know about doable, but it's possible anyway. Do you kill one full stack? You do. So there's 8 halflings, and that's actually good because next time we attack, there's potentially only going to be 4 stacks of creatures. So skip. It's a lot of damage. This is so silly. I love it. Okay, another halfling goes down. Do we get one more turn? Hey, there's only gonna be 2 halflings guarding this castle. That's pretty funny. I'm pretty okay with that. Rathmont's only level 1. He does have this artifact. I don't think it's really good. We're just gonna hit Q and in the battle because that's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, Arie, he can't even reach Croto. Oh, because he can't reach Croto, I think that it's just time to run. Dang, the 2-speed Hydras actually kind of cost me there. Getting this castle would have been awesome. That would have been wonderful. Heartbreak, failure, sorrow, sadness, and also a good time. Troyan is going to pick up any forces. I don't know. I'm going to have her pick up any forces. Maybe the Hydras? No, I don't think so. The reason why getting Troyan makes some sense is that she can actually clear out some stuff. Because as a sorceress with 30 spell power, she can actually use the spells pretty effectively, I think. I don't know what the Sphinx has. I'm going to find out, though. I have a riddle for you. The Sphinx says, answer correctly and you shall be rewarded. Answer incorrectly and you shall be eaten. Do you accept the challenge? I do. What turns everything around but does not move? What turns everything around but does not move? Folks, do we know the answer to this? You'd think that I would know everything there is to know about the map Beltway, but I do not. What turns everything around but does not move? Time? No. Chat, help. What turns everything around but does not move? A mirror? Rise true and you're a genius. A mirror it is. Because a mirror turns everything around. Very good. Okay. Will we get attacked here? That's kind of my new question. Oh, looks like the enemies are going to leave this whole area. Oh, I wish I could reach. I wish I could reach. But I'd much rather have the lightning bolt here for my 4 spell power, 5 knowledge hero. He's actually going to be super good now. Wasn't that riddle last challenge? It was a mirror. I think that we didn't actually pick up the Sphinx last time, did we? Maybe we did. I don't remember. I definitely don't remember picking it up, but it's possible. Okay, so she's going to head south. That's what I remembered. Oh, you remembered. Oh, we did pick up the Sphinx last time. I did not recall that at all. Good job, chat. Way to go, y'all. Way to go, y'all. Good stuff. Good stuff. I need the well. I can't believe I didn't pick it up last week. We're going to purchase everybody. We're going to send a second hero along to hold on to the slow Hydras. So it's going to be Alamar. Sure, why not? So Alamar is going to take Hydras. Basically everybody that's not 6 speed so that Arie can be as fast as possible. Agar, he just has magic arrow. 30 spell points. Let's deal with these goblins here and then let's skedoodle. The fading memory of Fix Fox strikes again. Hey, it's a real thing. Someday I will be 100%, but yeah, memory of a goldfish, this guy. Level 3 shrine. Now that could be good. That could be really good. So let's hope that works well. Oh, Gwen at the Knight. I think we can take this fight. No, lots of archers. I don't know about lots of archers. That might be a little bit more than I want to deal with. Let's give this a shot though. Gazebo, maybe we get +1 level spell power. Good, perfect, good. Then we'll attack. Even without fighting forces, we still are going to lose this fight. But I think I got a couple tricks up my sleeve. So let's kill 7 archers at a time. We're going to sit this one sprite right there. We'll skip. No, that's silly. Don't do that. I can't believe the archer did that. Alina the Gnome! Hello, Alina the Gnome. Welcome back. It's such a pleasure to have you and all of your wonderful, fantastic friends. We are doing a Fix Fox challenge right now, and I'm a little bit scared for my safety and my sanity because right now the challenge is no forces. We can only use magic to win the scenario. And so far it's going okay. I don't know if it's going to continue to go okay. We will see. We will see. Let's see. So we got the dwarves coming on up. I don't know. I didn't run down the battlefield. The peasants are coming to me. Does that make me a bad person? If I think I'm going to win this fight. Does only magic mean only magic? Does letting the enemy hit me and me retaliating and killing one single peasant, does that make me a bad person? Because I don't have enough spell points to defeat them all. I've got 3 spell points left. So we win, but I think we can all tell that I feel a little bit weird about that one. I don't know. You tell me, folks. You tell me. Alrighty, let's see. So, oh yeah, Boreas, I know you told us. Oh, I forgot I told you. Yeah, no. Hello to Alina the Gnome. And then Iron Guard says, on behalf of Gnome Alina, we are here to conquer this stream. Well, best of luck. I hope that I wish you well in your journey. Let me know how it goes. Yeah, let me know how it goes. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. No, grateful to have you here. And I really appreciate the enthusiasm. I believe that Alina's been playing an awful lot of Heroes of Might and Magic, and I think that that is quality. And of course, you can tell that we enjoy Heroes of Might and Magic around here. And what I have found is that anybody that enjoys Heroes of Might and Magic, they tend to be high quality, high class individuals. And so I'm very grateful to meet your acquaintance, and I'm grateful we get to spend some time together. Thank you so much, and welcome. Okay, what is this level 3 spell? Earthquake? That's not going to do it. It's not the spell we want. At some point, I feel like we have to hope for like Armageddon or something. Maybe? I think Armageddon might do it. We'll do a single stack of the gargoyles. And I think that for the first time, we're going to go on a major offensive. We got 41 spell points. I don't know how we lost 9 spell points. Maybe we picked up a new level. But with the power of a lightning bolt doing 100 points of damage, folks, let's see if we can take our first castle. Okay. Boreaser says, on behalf of Sir Fix the Fox, we will resist and bite. Oh, no. We are all friends here. We are all friends here. Thou shalt fall before our might. We're having a good time, I'm sure. We had a very chill crafting session, Alina. I had no idea. Very good. So what kinds of things do you like to craft? Please let me know. I'm very interested to find out. We're probably going to want to use magic arrows on these iron golems. It just makes the most sense, I think. It's gonna be better than most anything else, because the iron golems take 50% reduced damage from elemental spells. But I think I'm gonna do that last. Let's see, there's 33 hit points worth of halflings here. That should just be a magic arrow. Yeah, we'll take out these halflings. We took out the centaurs first, halflings next. We're just gonna take the damage. I can't stop the enemy from attacking me in that way, but I can prevent myself from running down the battlefield into them. So there's 1, there's 2. At some point, I am going to have to deal damage to this one little halfling. I will do that as things get a little bit closer. I might want to position my Hydra in the very center, so that way the iron golems next time can get to them quicker. But these losses are going to be still tremendous. Another iron golem goes down. Losses look bad, but taking castles is actually really important because we don't want the enemy to get additional forces wherever possible. It might be that this scenario is already kind of over, unless we get Elemental Storm, unless we get a really nice 2nd level spell, or 4th level or 5th level or whatever. Necromancy is actually kind of interesting. Because then you get battlefield losses returned to you. That's actually kind of interesting. We're going to do that. And I am going to pick up this level 1 Mage Guild. We got nothing else really to spend our resources on, and now we got some additional spells. Very good, very good. And Alamar is going to show on up. Lead the way, Alamar. And we shall have only 6-speed creatures in our army at this point. Very good. Okay. Alrighty, I do want to rehire my sorceress friend here, Troyan. And I think I want to do the same thing. I think I want to just try and slow down this enemy that's approaching. So we'll go to this magic well and get full spell points before they make their way up here. I hope that they stay away from me, but Sarikhan the Wizard is kind of tough to deal with. I'm a little bit scared of that. Oh, here they come, boys. Stand your ground. And there's a purple player as well. Mike 900 says, you didn't kill the peasant, he committed... Yeah, he did. That was his bad decision making, not mine. I agree with that very much. Alina was crocheting dragons this time because she has a craft market due tomorrow. Cool. That's very cool. I love that. So you do crafts and you are making dragons because you're interested in dragons and you're interested in mythical creatures, which I love, by the way. Thank you. Good stuff. Keep doing it. And you're having a lot of fun with it. I'm so happy to hear that. So how long have you been doing this, by the way? How long have you been crafting things? How long have you been taking them to market? Please, whatever information you are interested in letting me know, I'd be very happy to hear it. Okay, so even without magic, we're gonna lose this fight. Okay. Wilfrey is 1 attack, 1 defense, 4 spell power, 3 knowledge, blood morale, which is kind of bad. Rocks, I think that you can kill 2 rocks, or you can kill 2 of the Magi. Rocks are going to take some retaliations. I think that we're going to take out these Magi first and then the sprites, and then we'll just deal with everything else that comes our way. Okay, lots of skipping, folks. Time to do lots and lots of skipping. These 8 iron golems are going to be a bit of a problem, by the way. Did you do a spell? Wilfrey cast magic arrow. So Wilfrey is also doing spell damage, to be expected. The good thing is we're doing so much more spell damage. 26. I think I can just get away with that. No, that'll only kill 20. I think it's worth it to spend the lightning bolt to make sure that you take out the sprites. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Okay. Just in case you're wondering what FixFox is doing, the challenge is no magic or no might. We are only using magic to try and win this scenario. And there is no indication that this is going to go well or poorly. And we've decided that it makes no sense to position ourselves so the enemy will take additional retaliations. So we are just standing stone still and just taking the abuse. And it's going to be a long time until we can get through these iron golems. This is going to be... Do we even have enough magic arrows? We got 6 magic arrows doing 40 points of damage at a time. Yeah, we will win. But this is going to be the majority of our forces. Oof. 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 Good thing we won't have a lot of forces left over to retreat afterwards. That's good. You know, look on the positive side. Hold on, there's 22. So there's 52 HP worth of creatures here. I would do 1 magic or 1 lightning bolt, except I would need 2 anyway. So we'll do just like this. And the enemy does flee, which even feels worse. And it doesn't even help that the enemy has several giants. Right now my lightning bolts are killing 2/3 of a giant. Goodness gracious. I think though we have an opportunity. Hold on. No, we have 7 spell points. That's all we have. I think that the enemy can reach us. What if I go right here? What if I make them follow me off the road? Will he just go here, attack me, and then not be able to reach me before we get new spell points? What if I threaten Hampshire? What's he gonna do then? Probably want the Medusa. Definitely want the spell points. I think I want to stay away from Sarakin, and hopefully he goes in this direction, and then we run right by him when he's least expecting it. Any other purchases to make? Not at the moment. We do have, right now, we have the opportunity for 2 mage guilds though. Do we want to trade for anything? I think so. We need at least 2 gems. Let's just do that. Let's just do 2 gems. And what's our 3rd level spell going to be? I think it's not until teleport. Actually, hold on. Hold the phone. If I teleport my hydras with magic in front of the enemy shooters, that does not qualify. I didn't move the hydras. I magicked the hydras into the most appropriate place for them to be. I think that that is a loophole that I am very grateful for. I'm going to use the hydras and teleport to reposition them wherever I feel so inclined. So even if we lose Arie here, that's okay, because I think we got a plan. I think we got an idea that might work for us. Very interesting. Very interesting the way that this is going. Okay, and it looks like we are going to have Arie have another day to survive. Yeah, 9 giants. It was a week of the giant, in case you hadn't noticed. There's 9 giants, and there's going to be an additional 3 giants in just a moment or two. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I think that what this says to me is this. I think it means this. How do we want to do this? Leave the skeletons because sure, why not? I think that your Hydra stack is actually going to be pretty cool once you get whatchamacallit. I think we're going to split the gargoyles into multiple stacks. We're going to get as many lightning bolts off as we can. And then we are going to come back. We're going to rehire in our original castle, and then we're going to try and make our way over this direction. So we have a couple choices. You can start lightning bolting right now, or you can kill 3 magi right this very second. I think that 3 magi going down is always a good time. So in just a moment or two, giants do they kill 3 hydras in one go? Maybe they do. I suppose I could blind. Yeah, you can blind. Blind is acceptable. You can't blind giants because they have magic immunity. Well, that's just a rude trick. My goodness, don't do that again. Holy cow. Okay, so we're gonna take out 1 giant there. If we can get 1 more lightning bolt off, this will be a success because we'll have hit and run for 2 giants. Hit and run for 2 giants, baby. We can do this. Okay. Okay. Do we get 1 more off? I can't lose this hero. If I lose this hero, life is horrible. There's 150 HP here, so this is where the story ends, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We will take out the boars before we run away. And do I save the gargoyle? Do I pay for him? No. You'll actually get more forces if you just rehire. So these forces are gone. We took out 2 giants. That was pretty good. We can do that all day. I can do that all day, every day. We're going to rehire our man. And it's day 7, so there should be hydras coming out tomorrow. We will leave here with full spell points. I know that Sarakin's right here. I don't know what to do with him. We are currently getting 1 of each mine except for gems and mercury. I'd kind of like this alchemist lab later. Did I see a gem mine anywhere? I haven't seen one. Does Brock have one? Is there one in the snow? Maybe. I think I'm just going to leave Troyan right here for now. I don't have any plans. We're just going to leave this here. We're going to move the slowest creatures up. And folks, here we go. On to a new day. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But Alina, you crochet plushies and decor, lots of it being fantasy inspired. And as tomorrow's event is a medieval type of market, it was a great excuse to make more dragons. I like it. That's great. That makes me so happy. I'm so glad that you do that and you have such a fun time with that. Good work. Good work. And then Conquer. Oh no, we're all friendly. We're all friendly. We're all friendly friends. But Alina says the crochet was supposed to be a hobby. Then I realized that making cute stuff is catnip for ADHD. So your crocheting is actually something that you just love so much. It is your catnip. And so you've been going to craft markets and selling them through your shop for a couple of years now. That's so cool. I love that very, very much. That's awesome. Good stuff. Oh, I'm so glad that you're doing that, and I hope that it never stops being everything that you love it to be. So please keep us updated with your exploits. I hope that your market goes exceptionally well tomorrow. I hope you have such a good time because I have found you to be a quite wonderful person, and I wish you nothing but the best. So good. I'm glad that you're continuing to do what you love. I hope that you never stop. Never, never stop. Okay. I don't want to fight this fight. I need gems. Wait, you can get the campfire without... There's gems here. Hold on. In 2 days, I can maybe get 5 gems. If I can get 5 gems, I can get closer to a level 4 mage guild. Hope I can get this. 3,400 gold. Do I hire another hero to send them somewhere else? There's more liths I could go through. I just need gems so very badly. Yellow is kind of going in my direction. I do want yellow to stay away from me. I want them to go fight purple. But I feel like I need to win this scenario much quicker than I'm already at. Like, I feel like I'm already like a little bit too slow. I feel like if you don't get a main castle in the first 2 weeks, you're kind of in trouble. 5 gems is huge. This is a free castle at the moment. I think we're going to sit right here and just hope that they don't see me. There we go. Maybe this campfire is available. Oh, and there's some gems. There's a free gem mine. Free is a relative term. Oh, there's gems here. But maybe that castle is going to be free. Maybe yellow is not going to come find me. Purple is going to defend that. That's okay. Oh, and it's reachable. Okay, so we're going to have one of each at the moment, just for a little bit anyway. There's a free lightning bolt if you didn't already have it, but we do. We attack. I think that we just try and keep the enemy far, far away from my main castle. How much more resources do we need for the next level of Mage Guild? 3 more gems. We're going to get some more gems. We do need Mercury, though. Is there any more Mercury nearby that we should find? I suppose we could just rehire Arie in a moment. We kind of want to defeat giants anyway. Yeah, but Halon's going to have spells. He's only got a few. Woo! He's only got a few of the halflings. So I think we're fine, actually, in this position. It's going to lose us to, yeah, 2 of our gargoyles, but I think that we're just fine with that. I think he's going to come see us and come grab us, and that's okay. Folks, we need 1 more unit of Mercury. Just 1 more unit of Mercury. The enemy did take our alchemist lab. That feels kind of bad. And yeah, Alina the Gnome, the challenge is crazy. It is crazy. It doesn't just sound crazy. It is crazy. So, hoping for the best here. Total says the challenge is crazy. You go up against 1 black dragon, you're screwed. That's so true. If you go up against 1 dragon, you are dead. Oh, that's crazy, but that is the loophole. Hopefully that's a good enough loophole. Omdries is in the chat. Hello. Nice to have you here. Welcome. I've been watching your YouTube videos lately. Nice to see you live now. It's such a pleasure to have you here. We're having a fun time. Fun is a little bit of a relative term, but we're having a fun. I'm having a good time. I'm having a really good time. This is a nice time. I'm gonna break the rule just a little bit. I think it's time to run. We're having a fun time doing this challenge where we're only using magic. This is magic only to try and defeat Beltway. And I can't really tell you. You'll have to ask everybody else how they think that the challenge is going. I think it's going pretty well, though, so far. I've seen worse. How about that? We're going to at least take out 1 giant. We could take out 2, though. At this point, our enemy has such a decided advantage. I feel like it's not a bad thing for me to just fly away. Before, we were just like standing there and taking it. It doesn't feel necessary for us to suffer that badly. I am worried about good morale, though. 10 HP. So we do 1 more lightning bolt. Now is the time to run. We could kill a couple halflings if we were really lucky. I think we just retreat. We are grateful for killing 2 more giants. And we're still looking for a little bit more Mercury. A little bit more. I can trade for the 1, especially since Arie is here now. And he's back. I think we're going to trade for the 1 because we got plenty of wood. 1 unit of Mercury. Level 4 Mage Guild. If we get Elemental Storm here, we're going to have the best time ever. Omdries. If we get Elemental Storm right now, you are good luck. And if you are good luck, I'm going to tell everybody that you're good luck. And if it doesn't happen, that's okay. We're still happy to have you here. But you have an opportunity to be a good luck charm, which I think is kind of nifty. Let's click on this and see what happens. Chain lightning is pretty damn good, folks. That is pretty good. I will absolutely take chain lightning. That is a game changer. Magic only. And we are in a good spot. I think that with chain lightning, I can probably defeat these guys. With chain lightning. How much damage is chain lightning doing right now? 160 points of damage, not to mention it kills some of the smaller creatures. One of the biggest problems is when we were trying to defeat 4 single stacks of halflings. And now with chain lightning, we can manage. We're good. Oh, we're good. We got 30 spell points left. There's a magic well right here. We're going to ignore this wizard side. We're going to go for these knights. Yeah, I think that knights have the potential to get out of control. And so we're going to go try and defeat knights before we defeat anybody else. It only helps make my decision because the magic well is along the way. And I just feel like I got to get some push. I got to get some pressure on the enemies. Maybe they've actually been building up their mage guilds. I do need 1 alchemist lab. I'm going to chase them. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna chase him because I think I can win. I'm gonna win. And if I lose, that's okay because we'll live today, fight tomorrow. We now have hit and run tactics all day for days. There's so many forces here. There's so many forces here. I don't dare hire another hero though. I would love, oh, I'd love a red tower, but oh, the resources are so expensive. Okay, the enemies fight us, but again, it's all gonna come down to this chain lightning. So let's see how this goes. Whew. Alina can't wait for October, planning on crocheting heroes related stuff for that whole month. I cannot wait for that either then. October is gonna be your heroes related month. So less cute and cuddly dragon types and definitely make some freehand sprites. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. The rules for the challenge are this. We cannot attack with these forces. We can retaliate because I can't stop that. But we've decided that we can't I can't walk the hydras down and try and do damage. I've decided I should probably be able to move my forces a little bit away, some advantageous positioning. I feel like I can do that, but we don't have a lot of great rules. The important rule is this, is that you can't attack. You can retaliate, but you can't attack. And we've tried to make sure that we are not putting hydras right here where everybody can attack them and get huge retaliations. But we have said it's okay if we wanted to use teleport to teleport the hydras to a very advantageous position. So for now, I'm trying to just use a lot of skipping and see how that goes. By the way, dwarves, 25% magical resistance, that's bad. More than just not good, that's actually actively bad. And the fact that a chain lightning right now is kind of going to hurt us a little bit, that feels pretty bad too. I think we're going to chain lightning right on these master swordsmen, but that's going to hurt us a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to hurt us. I think it's going to hurt us. I don't think I can help it though. 35 HP, we might have to run away from this fight. I could just chain lightning right there, and then maybe it'll go from here to there to there. Let's give that a try, actually. Okay, that felt okay. It was a little bit of a waste of damage. Paladins have 50 HP, and the top one had there was 3 paladins in the stack. That was 110 damage. So we kind of wasted some damage there, but still feels acceptable. Probably gonna chain lightning the master swordsman in a second, I think. Unless 15 spell points, or do you want to do, let's see, 7, 14, and then 2 magic arrows. Do you want to do 280 points of damage that doesn't hurt your own forces, or do you just want to use lightning bolts and magic arrows? I think you just want to use lightning bolts and magic arrows. So down to 9 of the master swordsman. I think that's going to just be the most cost effective for us. Skip, 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 skip. Yeah, we are going to be obligated to run. Our knowledge is not high enough to make this go the way I would really like for it to, but I'm still happy with the way this is going. I do hope that we don't take nearly so much damage. It would be nice if we could take less damage from the enemies. As soon as these dwarves get on us, I think that would be our clear indication to run. Let's see. Do you want 2 pikemen? Let's kill 2 pikemen. I think that the swordsmen are going to continue to work on the hydras, so we might even get one more there. Ouch. And I am going to try and surrender as opposed to just run, because I do want to get some extra forces out here. Let's do this. 9 HP. I am going to let the master swordsman do a little bit more damage, I guess. Okay, and 1600 gold. That's acceptable. Okay, so we magic only. We're doing damage. We're doing damage. But it's definitely 2 steps forward, 1 step back. and then Borisur, change going well, apart from the moment Vix blatantly broke the rules. I had a misclick, Borisur. It was a misclick. I saw it, you saw it, everybody saw it. It was a misclick. And misclicks do happen, and we should be accountable for our misclicks. So you're correct. I'm sorry. I apologize. It did happen one time. I will hope that it never happens again, but if it does happen, I crave everyone here's pardon and patience. Okay, we're going to move everybody but the gargoyles up, because I think that this joker might get just close enough to me that I can attack him first thing in the morning. Let's wait and find out. Streamer luck strikes again. Yeah, with the chain lightning, that was absolutely streamer luck. Yeah, chain lightning was perfect. Rise to Ruin out of here with the streamer luck. Yeah. In fact, I think that the Chain Lightning was actually better than, say, Elemental Storm. I had talked about wanting to do an Elemental Storm. I think that this was actually better. I really do. Really do. We're gonna get just close enough that a second hero, Troyan, who's level 3, can bring forces over to me in just a moment. If I trade for 1 gem, I can get Minotaurs. I'm still so far away from getting like a 5th level Mage Guild. What to do? I think it's a bad idea to try and get 10 more Mercury. It's so hotly contested. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to trade. I'll trade wood for, but then you're going to struggle to find gems for the rest of your life. There is the Magic Garden nearby where you can get 5 gems a week, maybe sometimes. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to do it just like this. I'm going to go for 1 gem. I'm going to pick up the maze. And then if you notice, we're short on the gold to get the green tower, but if we can get dragons to support our forces, we're actually going to be in a pretty good position. I don't think that Phineas can reach us. He's got the 2-speed creatures. I think he's going to want to attack Arie. I think he's going to realize too late that that was a mistake. But what's yellow going to do? Oh, he runs away. The cur, the foul cur. 4 crystal. Is that free? It's a free alchemist lab. Oh, I feel bad now. Thankfully, there's some gems here, but folks, 5th level Mage Guild, that could actually be worthwhile. That's a little bit rude. Did you see that? We've got rocks guarding the path now. It's not okay. I'm gonna keep the dwarves behind. 2-speed creatures, don't want them. Do I want to purchase the rest of these forces? I think that we're actually close enough to getting. If we spend no gold, we can get the green tower. I think I'm just going to hold on to my resources. I think that this is enough for Arie to do some serious damage. We're going to pick up maybe the goblin hut in just a moment or two. What? How does this fighting force lose to rocks? What? I don't really want to use the chain lightning here, but I'm going to. 160, 80. So that's going to kill 4, 2, and then maybe 1. And then a little bit of damage onto the... Yeah, I think that that's actually the best spell right there. Huh. Crazy. It's amazing when a pack of rocks threatens your life. Oof. Oof. Am I secretly paying Zents for chain lightning? Nope. Nope. You already played this taxes map today? I really like that map. Yes, I did play the taxes map. So that is Sprightly Sandra. We did play that map, and it was a really good time. And I should post that. I will post that as soon as I can. I'm not sure when exactly I will get that posted, but we will post it as soon as we can. And it turned out really, really well. I think that Tundar has made it available on the F Heroes 2 server if you are interested in playing it yourself. So go give it a look. I've never had him say that he is not okay with me posting maps to the FixFox Discord as well, but I also always want to be really respectful. So I'll have to ask him to make sure that he's okay with that or anything else happens. He is no longer in the chat. I do believe that he had to go for his tournament, so he had stuff to do, places to be, which I support him for. 22, 40. Looks like it's going to be magic arrows from here on out. There's 1. Boop. And there's 2. Jeez, even the rocks took a bite out of us. We can still reach the magic garden. I think I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna purchase the 1 gargoyle for Troyan. Whoa. 1 gargoyle for Troyan, send her this way. And I can barely get back into the castle for full spell points first thing in the morning, and fastest start with the gargoyles only. This feels tough, folks. This feels really, really tough. Topal says, now I'm looking at F Heroes 2 source code. If there is a logic which checks if there is a Twitch stream running through OBS, and in that case it manipulates the RNG to be better, I'm sure I'll find something. Hey, if you find something, let me know, because I think that I've gotten some really suspiciously good luck. The nicest thing, though, I mentioned this way back in the day. I think I mentioned this back when the very first Kelvin's Open happened, and I just shared that I was worried that people could manipulate the map. They could go into the map editor and change the map itself so that they could give themselves impossible RNG, right? I don't think anybody's done that, but I always worry that people are going to like accuse me of that. And the nice thing is that you can't fake what's happening here. No. This is all high quality, like unadulterated, flawless map making and map playing at this point. Okay, maybe not the map playing portion, but we're still having a good time. Okay, I've made a decision. I'm gonna leave these troops behind. I am gonna purchase a couple of gargoyles. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna have one stack of 2 and then multiple stacks of singles. I'm gonna go pepper the enemies down with a little bit of chain lightning because I don't think I'm ready to sally forth. I think you gotta weaken them and then fight them. And right now, I don't think that I'm strong enough to just straight up defeat them. Oof, do not want to lose her though. So Troyan's gonna pick up gold, not gems. So sad, so sad. She's gonna do her best though to pepper down the enemy here as well. Do you care more about Halon or Sabu? I think you care more about Sabu. I think that his damage is a little bit worse than the other heroes. She's got basic wisdom. She does have advanced wisdom. She does have chain lightning. Oh, snap. That's 3 Magi right there that she's going to destroy. Or you could destroy 1 Titan, which is better. I think that you want to take out the Magi first. I think I'll survive for 1 round of combat. Yeah, I think I can cast 1 more spell. So a little bit of damage. No good morale. And the fact that we left 1 gargoyle alive is really nice because now I think I'm just going to do that 1 more time. So let's just do it here and hope we don't chain lightning ourselves. Okay, we did chain lightning ourselves, but it's okay. So Troyan's going to run, getting off massive amounts of damage. Well, we got to pick up the mercury per day. So now we're getting 1 of each. We got 1 of each. Folks, we just have to wait 10 days for sure, and we'll get a 5th level mage guild. And hopefully a damaging spell. Maybe, maybe not. Sabu, Halon. I know what Sabu has. I don't know. I don't know which is better to attack. Few giants. There's both a few giants here. I think that you can survive Halon fighting you for longer. So let's fight him first, actually. Oh no, we lose. Lies. Bryce Run says, I believe Tundar said that he made the map available and there's another one on the way. 90% sure my goldfish brain is 90% sure he said it. My goldfish brain agrees with your goldfish brain. Hey, do you think that our goldfish brains want to hang out together and be friends? We'll be the parents, just making sure that there's no goldfish problems. Okay, I'm going to chain lightning here first. 120. Yeah, so it'll waste a little bit of damage, but I don't want to chain lightning here, knowing that these iron golems are going to take half damage. So I'm going to take care of the rocks first. It does take out a bunch of forces. We're going to skip. I think I'm going to abuse my flight and I'm going to fly around the battlefield and just stay away from these 2 forces. I think that rather than chain lightning at this point, you just want to do the lightning bolt for several turns. So there's a little bit of damage. Perfect. Everybody's staying alive. What if I do 1 gargoyle up there? Is that going to keep me alive? Is he going to go back this way? I do want to keep her alive, this gargoyle, if possible. Let's go to here. No good morale. Okay, they go to there. That's fine. We'll fly away in just a moment. We might be able to defeat this hero before we run out of spell points. Might be able to. We're juggling damage. We're trying to make sure that these boars don't have too much damage for us. We can actually fly down to here. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're gonna lose a gargoyle. That's kind of sad, I suppose. Kind of sad. For the greater good, they must go down. And we got 3 more lightning bolts, so we're gonna take out all these giants, I think. We'll take out all the giants anyway. We'll call that good. Another one. Yeah, 1 more lightning bolt is gonna do... No, it's not gonna do enough. I suppose I could do... Hold on, let me think about this. It's only 30 points of damage. We'll do a magic arrow. Yeah, we'll do a magic arrow in just a second. We'll then use another magic arrow on, I don't know, the boars or somebody. So magic arrow here. Okay. Can't do the other 140 HP worth of damage. I think it's even going to be worth it, though, to surrender these gargoyles. I do think that that's going to be worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Good. Tell you what, folks, there's a saying. It's really important. It comes from my friend and yours, Chester Cheetah, the spokesperson for Cheetos. He says it ain't easy being cheesy. And I'll tell you right now, after everything you've just seen there, I gotta tell you, hey, it ain't easy being cheesy. For 2 gargoyles, you get all these forces. This magic only run is actually going really freaking well. I'm amazed at how well this is going. Oh, 1 in a million playthrough, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting. What does the Fix Fox say? Hello, Tonilla. Welcome to have you back. Pleasure seeing you there. Fix Fox is saying that he feels lucky. He's grateful because he's got 1 of each bind. I mean, do we go for dragons at this point, or do we wait until we get the Mage Guild? It's gonna be 10 turns. Let's see. Dragons are gonna be expensive. They're gonna cost sulfur. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough sulfur to do everything I want to do. It'll all depend on what Barak does here in just a moment. Okay. Okay, we're getting a lot of pressure from purple. Eventually, we're going to lose. If we lose this castle, then you don't have a base of operations to do your hit and run tactics. So you got to be pretty careful. 5 sulfur. That's actually what I wanted there. 3 mercury, 5 gems. Tomorrow, we are going to pick up the green tower because dragons are just that good of a fighting force. There's so many hit points there. Yeah, and let's unload on Sabu. Hopefully he hasn't seen my castle yet. I don't know if he has. He might have. He might not have. I don't really know. Okay. Chain lightning. That's going to kill 4 rocks. Beautiful. Lovely. And then the rocks are probably going to kill 1 full gargoyle. We'll need to spend a lightning bolt. Oh, they did not kill 1 full gargoyle. That's great, actually. I think that we're going to focus first on the gargoyle. Here. Which is best? Which is going to do more damage? 2 rocks or the 6 boars? Boars are going to get destroyed by the chain lightning in a second, so you want to defeat here, and then we're going to do a chain lightning in just a second. We lose. We didn't lose another gargoyle again. We do need to go up in a way. Giants are going to go to here, and they are going to be the recipient of a chain lightning in just a second. And we do hope that the boars take a little bit of damage. 1 HP, 15 HP. Yeah, this is actually fine. So, damage. Okay. Only 3 boars now. I think we're still okay. Just don't want to let them get good morale. Okay. And that's perfect, because now everybody's going to run to the opposite corner. Boop. And then unfortunately, it's going to be, let's see, 1 lightning bolt here for 100 points of damage. And it's going to be 1 magic arrow in just a second. Yeah, 1 magic arrow. I think that the chain lightning was a mistake. Yeah, it killed 1 full giant. But I think for the 15 spell points, you actually got to be very careful with your spell point usage. 1 additional knowledge would actually be tremendous. All I can say is that the AI is going to find my castle, but they're not going to be able to take it. With 1 giant and these 11 golems, they're not going to be able to take it, and that feels okay. You want to kill the boars, 6-speed creatures, and just get them off the battlefield? I think so. Take care of them. We're going to surrender yet again. 400 gold. Goodbye. And for this upcoming fight, we are out of spell points, but with the castle and the defenses, there's no way that they can defeat us. So, Sabu, get as close to me as you want, but I do want my gold mine back first thing in the morning. I will come and get it from you very shortly. Cool. This is going really well. Can you tell? Don't want to go through the elves. Don't want to go through the gold. I would love this artifact. Additional spell. Oh, lots of orc chiefs. That could be good. For the +4. I mean, it's lots of orc chiefs. Rock only has magic arrow, I think. 30 spell points. Yeah, he can't do that. but maybe with a chain lightning, maybe with 2 chain lightnings. He's only got 20 spell points. He can cast 1 chain lightning and then he's done. I know that Arie could make that happen. Maybe even Troyan could make that fight happen. There's a campfire here. Lean-to, water wheel, those actually might give us some nice stuff. So let's come on back up in this direction with Brock. He's actually done a lot of work for us. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to hire another hero and send them over to this corner. Remember, every single time that we fight and lose, that's 2,900 gold that it costs us. Because it's 2,500 gold for a hero and then 400 gold to surrender the gargoyles. So, we got concerns. We got problems, but we're having fun with it. Dry says, the problem is a bit that you kill a lot of forces that you're not getting XP for it because you have to surrender or retreat. That's a really good point that I hadn't been considering. Yeah, not being able to get the experience for these fights because I can't finish them off, that is a big deal. I hadn't considered how big of a deal that was until you just mentioned it. So, I don't know a good way to deal with that at this point. I guess I could maybe try and clear out the countryside a little bit. I just find that it's still very expensive for me to defeat these other forces. Like archers and halflings, like I'm still going to take pretty bad losses. I don't know. I don't know what the best thing is. Tell you what though, we are 5 sulfur, or rather 5 mercury away from a mage guild. Is there any other sulfur on the map that we have not yet taken? 4s? I almost wonder if I should send Arie north. I want the gold mine. I think that the gold mine is actually critical. We're going to take the gold mine. The gold mine is non-negotiable. It's that good. It's that good. We're going to take that for now. But how many giants have we killed at this point, folks? How many giants have we killed? 40? No, okay, not 40. We've killed a bunch of giants, though. Lots. And so I'm still very impressive with how much we've been able to do just with this little bit of magic. Several magi. It's going to cost me another... What's the likelihood of me getting this green tower today? Did I lose my ore mine? I lost my ore mine. Oh, I was expecting to have ore. And Troyan's too far away. Let's see, Brock. There's a possibility he picks up some ore there. I'm trying to make sure that I have enough resources. If it's possible for me to get the green tower this week, I think I should. If I can, I think I should, but I'm currently 5,000 gold away. I'm getting 2,300 gold a day, so I'm going to be a little bit of gold short. But I do have 90 wood. I can potentially trade wood for ore, and I'll have 70 wood left. And I can trade 50 units of wood, 60 units of wood for gold. I don't think that's going to be enough gold. You trade 60 units of gold, that's 1,500, so you're still going to be short a little bit. 1,500, call it. You will have crystal. You can trade crystal. You can trade crystal. I mean, dragons are good. They're good. They're just not... I mean, dragons are good. Dragons are really good. I think that you need the dragons. The only problem with dragons is that then they're really expensive to surrender away in case you get a problem. The question I'm going through is this. Do I take a step back and try and take the ore mine and then try and deal damage to Halon? I don't know if I can reach. I'm going to try this because if I can get the ore necessary without having to trade for it, that might be enough to get dragons first thing in the morning. I feel like I can. I feel like I should. I don't know about should. I want to fight this fight. I want to. I don't know if I should. There's a little bit of gold. We should go pick up the gold. I've kind of committed to this fight a little bit more than maybe I should have. And the alternative was going back and trying to get a 5th level mage guild with a really awesome spell. If we get the combination of dragons and Armageddon and we win this scenario, I'm gonna throw a party. That's currently my working theory about how the scenario is gonna go. That's my working theory anyway. All right. We're in it. We got spell points, so you kind of got to use your hit and run tactics as often as possible. It just feels bad because you're going to run into a new week. You're going to have to rehire him, and I don't think you're going to have enough gold to do everything you want to do. Magi, I kill the full stack. Hold on, 160? 160, yeah, 160. So 4 rocks or 5 of the Magi. I think that 1 Magi might not kill 1 gargoyle. Let's do it just like that. I think I actually need to run right here. I don't think that you want to... 1 could kill here, 1 could kill here, 1 could kill here. And then if 1 gets good morale or he's got a spell, it's possible that the Magi won't. The fact that I don't have a 5th gargoyle just makes this really unlucky, I suppose. To make this worth it, I think you have to risk it. We're going to skip and just hope that there's no good morale and hope that there's not like an AoE damaging spell from Halon. Let's hope for the best. Good. 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 Okay. But you recognize that that was potentially a bad decision, right? I recognize that that was potentially a bad decision. So let's not do that again. I think you actually might want to defeat halflings here, funny enough. How many do you kill? 33 halflings or 2 rocks? I think you want 33 halflings. I think that they'll do more damage to you over the long run. So we're going to run yet again. 200 gold. That's acceptable. And do I rehire right now? I think you have to. I think that there's no reason not to rehire. I think you always need to rehire. This is the priority, especially since we're almost to the new week. Okay. And we did lose both the gold mine and the ore mine. Losing the ore mine, that does hurt a lot. But this does mean I get the opportunity to hit and run one more time. 3 down here. Very good. And that really is going to make sure that you don't get the opportunity to get dragons this week. Yeah. Just got to do it, though. Got to do it. Let's see. Rocks are the big stack. Chain lightning doesn't feel very effective for me. I suppose I could chain lightning the halflings and take out a bunch of them. This one Magi is not going to do a bunch of damage. We did not see a damaging spell from them before. Let's take out 1 full stack of creatures. There's a little bit of damage onto these giants. We'll start working on the rocks soon. It's just the rocks can chase you down and they will kill 1 full creature every time. So there's 1, 2, and we're just going to bunch up here. And just hope that the Magi don't... No good morale here, no good morale here. And now I think I might be able to, with 3 rocks down, 3 rocks left, I think I can last 1 more turn. 1 up here, 1 down here, 2, 3, 4, no, not there. And then 1 right here. Giants can't reach anybody. That's scary, don't do that to me. That's scary. Okay, okay, we're fine. Fine, it's folks, it's fine. It's not. Okay. So because the enemy is actually close to our main castle, we do have to decide, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? If you chain lightning here, you're going to kill all the rocks, and you will do half damage to the giants. 160, so that's going to be 80 points of damage. I think that a chain lightning is actually the play. So that's going to take out all the rocks and the giant. Let's do that. Ohm dries. By the way, yeah, dragons are immune to your own chain lightning, which would have been very useful there. That would have been very, very useful. Very important. Why did I never buy a dungeon? Oversight. I didn't think that gold would be that important. I honestly didn't think the gold would be that important. So definitely a mistake. Call that a mistake. Wow, that is terrible. Quite sorry you. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. That was the perfect time for you to say hello. After a moment like that, you're like, damn, dude. Sucks to be you. Yeah, it does. Sucks to be me right now. RIP unlucky. That was not unlucky. That was just a miscalculation. Because that chain lightning bit of damage did 80 points of damage. I suppose you could have, in my mind, it was going to go here, 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 and then there. In my mind, it was going to go from the rocks to the giants, to the golems, to the magi, but I guess it went from the rocks to the giants, to the gargoyle here. Wow, what a shocking... Rise to ruin. What a shocking turn of events. Yes, indeed. All right, folks, there's a chance there's still some streamer luck that could be involved here. There's a chance. Halon's not going to attack. That's a for sure. I think that I'm obligated to do the very best I can by me. 3 and 2. 2 and 2 is better than 3 and 2. Only because there's also advanced wisdom here, so you immediately have access to the chain lightning. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave the 6-speed boars right here. And then I should be able to, after Halon leaves, I should be able to carry on my way. I guess I could. I don't know. Should she attack? What was it? A pack? No, we're not going to fight a pack. Heartbreaking, though. Goodness gracious. Come on, fixed blocks. Rule number 1, folks, is don't make the game harder than it has to be. Like, don't shoot yourself in the foot. That's rule number 1. What are you doing? Okay, hold on. Hold on. So we just found Wilfrey the Wizard, level 5 hero, 1 attack, 1 defense, 4 spell power, 3 knowledge. He's got advanced leadership. He's got expert wisdom. This is actually a suitable replacement for Arie. Arie had, I think Arie had like 6 spell power. This is a suitable replacement. This isn't like great. This is suitable. I can work with this. This is okay. I think that means you purchase this other hero. You got to get this other hero out of the way. So Marini level 1 is going to, you know, be a burden on this hero. But we just picked up Wilfrey in the tavern. Feels okay. I think I can manage that. What does 30 spell points of damage? Lightning bolt. We'll do a lightning bolt, and then we will magic arrow our way until this enemy kind of goes away. There's 1. It's not a lot of damage, is it? We'll get 3 more lightning, or ooh, we'll get 3 more magic arrows off. Here and here. Can you reach? I didn't think so. Huh. Look at the enemy pretending like I actually want to stick around. Ha. Okay. But yeah, I think that this is actually a worthwhile replacement, surprisingly. I mean, if you can't have your favorite hero, you might as well have your second favorite hero. At this point, do you get the dungeon? No. You need the ore. You need the ore for the dragon castle. You got to let this enemy hero run. We'll go pick up our stuff first thing in the morning. Let's hit end turn on a really chaotic turn. My goodness. That was what a weird week that was. All right. I still think that we have our chances. Oh no, look at this. A pack of rocks spawned and now Barak is stuck in here. Yeah, he's completely stuck. He can't do anything. He could maybe take Weddington. There's a Shrine of the Third Circle. How long has that been there? The whole game is the answer to that. Okay. All right. What if Arie was in the tavern? Wouldn't that be crazy? I think that'd be crazy. It's not going to happen though. If we wait 2 more turns, we do have a 5th level mage guild. We do have expert wisdom already. I think that Halon's actually, let's see, too slow. I think Halon can get back. I think you just have to let Halon go. Yeah, I think you just have to hit end turn once, maybe twice. and then just go grab this real quick. Because he could maybe reach from here, so we're going to just go back to here. Not going to accept those troops. Let him chase us in a moment or so. I don't know, with these boars, 30 spell points, magic arrows doing 40 points of damage, I think we could actually defeat... Oh, he picked up halflings? So you got to use 1 chain lightning, that's 50% of your spells, you got 5 magic arrows. We're going to hit end turn one more time, because we're going to pick up this 5th level mage guild. This is... If it's Armageddon, you just win the game. If it's Armageddon, you just win the game, because you will get dragons and you will get this. If you don't get this, if it's not Armageddon, you kind of lose. All right, folks, this is the moment. As big as it's going to get. Dang it. It's not good enough. Okay, I think we can still continue on the scenario with the chain lightning, though. So we're going to continue to work on this and just kind of see where this takes us. Advanced leadership is brilliant, and you can double skip. That's actually a really good point. I really appreciate that. So we got the advanced leadership and the medal of valor. So we're always going to have expert morale, which is really good. And then I think that we might be able to. Well, we can double skip. Now I get you. No, it's still good though, because then we can potentially like run away, and some of our slower troops can still do some nice stuff. So I think that we got some opportunities all the same. Yeah, Brock is just stuck. A pack of rocks. Is he doing us any good here? Yes. He could potentially pick up a water wheel. So he's still worthwhile just to keep around. Yellow is thankfully fighting purple, but their forces are getting a little bit out of hand. We have to get this green tower as soon as possible. So we're just going to skip a couple more times. We did pick up the gold and the ore. Are there any other advantages we might want to find on this adventure map? There's a town up here. There's still stuff we can get. I think that we should start to clear out some of these other enemies. So let's do it just like this. Let's go here. Take the boars. I don't really want to take the boars. No, I'll take the boars. Do 4 single stacks. Because if we can get levels, we're still gonna be off well. Archers. We'll fight the archers because of the +2 and the gazebo and the experience. So that's gonna be very useful for us. 1,000 gold. Another 1,000. Other resources could be useful. Resources are not as important as they once were. And the enemy takes our alchemist lab, which does feel pretty bad. If only because that limits future opportunities. I mean, if it was Armageddon, I wouldn't believe that luck. Maybe the enemy's got... I don't know. At this point, they might have a 5th level mage guild. Who knows? If yellow keeps working on purple, we might be able to swoop in and just make something nifty happen. So I'm still holding on to hope here, folks. I'm still holding on to hope. Titan retaliation tank with Resurrect True, or is that too loopholey? Actually, that works for me. That totally works for me. I'm good for it. I think you want to attack here, funny enough, with the chain lightning, because I'll take out 1 full stack. We're going to have to do plenty of spell damage. We're not going to win this fight if we don't do a gargoyle cavalcade. A little bit of damage, a little bit of damage. Okay. 9 damage at a time. We got multiple magic arrows. Oh, geez. I don't think we have enough. Hold on. Yeah, Wilfried's only got 5 magic arrows. It's not a lot. Yeah, we're going to have to rely on retaliations here, I think. Jeez, that feels bad to rely on retaliations like this. Okay, I'm going to move the boars are my best retaliating stack. I'm going to move them in front of the rangers and just have these gargoyles step back a little bit. Try and keep this one alive. Yeah, that's my best retaliating stack. They're just going to have to handle them. And then next magic arrow goes here. Good. And they will. We might lose one more boar there, but it'll be all right. Another magic arrow here. Is that going to be it? Is that going to get us out of the fight? Didn't even lose a boar. Sweet. Okay. The +2 defense, though, is really good because that means you can tank the damage for longer with the hydras. A stone statue of a warrior holds a silver shield. As you remove the shield, the statue crumbles into dust. Okay, we gotta have the experience. Basic Eagle Eye. The attack skill is useless. I guess we'll take the Eagle Eye here over the scouting. I guess. Expert leadership, +1 spell power is pretty good. Pretty good. How close are we to the next level though? 1000 XP away. Don't want this fight. I might want the Horde of Goblins after I get some additional spell points. And Troyan can do some fighting. 8 Battle Dwarves. She does have Chain Lightning. I wouldn't really recommend it, but she could. But this is my next goal. If I can take these wizard castles, because yeah, yellow just beat purple. Purple still got some forces here. I think that they're going to continue to fight. Oh no, you have the, oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. The longer the scenario goes, the lower your chances of winning become. The longer the scenario goes, the lower your chances of winning with no might get. Okay. In just a moment or two, so we're gonna stay here overnight for full movement points, and I think we're gonna have to try and hit a timing attack. I think that we have to try and hit this timing attack. This is day 6. It's not gonna be enough. You gotta have full spell points. You gotta stay here overnight, leave. Yeah, we're not gonna hit this timing attack. Probably I wanted the experience. I'm glad I got the stealth shield. It's not gonna be enough. Unless yellow lost a lot of forces there. Oh geez. The end of the scenario is coming much quicker than I thought it was. Goodness gracious. He just sprinted right towards me. Several? Purple's got several? You need more knowledge, I think, that there's a witch doctor's house in the west. There's a witch's hut. Witch's hut for the extra skill. There's a tree for +1 level. There is gazebo 2 hexes away. Way to the west. That's like 3 turns. I don't think we have time. I think that we have to make our final stand here. We're going to purchase our 1 dragon, and our best tanking units are hydras and dragons, because you don't want to take spell damage if you can possibly help it. I think you want the 1 griffin because it can fly out. I think this is it. I suppose I could have purchased like a moat. I think a moat's actually definitely a worthwhile purchase. Let's do that a little bit. Just enough to get to here. And I do want full spell points, but I think what I can do, how about this? How about we just take a step, leave the boars, do a step out. What? Let's see, 130 wood. 130 wood. How much is that? That's 1 hero. We can maybe soften up the enemy with 1 hero. Trade for that. It's gonna be Castor. He's gonna come with a couple of gargoyles for himself. And I'm just gonna send him with sprites. One single gargoyle, and then just 4 stacks of sprites. And we'll see how big and bad this army is. If this is 3 titans, you're just sunk. I think you're sunk either way. Unless the enemy turns tail and runs. You've got the lightning bolt for 75 points of damage. What are we dealing with here? It's 3 titans and 4 giants. Okay. It's not good. We might be able to make it to the second round. So 150 points of damage is going to kill 3 champions. I don't know. I think that the rocks are still your biggest concern, because they're going to fly over the battlements and they're going to do damage. Okay, we're just going to skip. That's not good. Thankfully, they left our 6-tier creatures alive. Doesn't matter. 7 speed and 6 speed. Yeah, okay. So 1 rock goes down. Yeah, we just have to hold out and just hope for the best. So our best fighting force, I think that this is not it. I wish we could do more. I guess we can sell all of our wood. All of our crystal. Yeah. Save the sulfur for who knows what. Yeah, just trade everything else and get as many hydras as you can. That's 2 hydras. As many griffins as you can. That's 2 griffins. Alrighty. Well, if this is the end, folks, then it was a pleasure to make it all the way this far in this challenge with you doing that. Might come down to a well-timed castle snipe while they fight. Yeah, as soon as he went from here to here, that went out the window. I can't believe he did that though. If Sir Gallant goes this direction to go back to Lord Kilburn though, we might have a possibility. Several though. Goodness gracious, several. Purple is tough. And here I am with nothing but spells. Okay, so yellow is holding on. Well-timed castle snipe, you say? Well-timed castle snipe. Oh, Tundar, you're 1 for 1 in your tournament. Congratulations. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. I'm guessing that Hampshire's got their most upgraded Mage Guild. I don't think I can win without Hydras in the army. We're going to go. We're going to hope for the best. Okay. What does the enemy do, though? Yellow defeated purple. Oh, yellow almost defeated me. Goodness gracious. Look at that. I mean, it's all right. Yeah, we need so much more knowledge. We just don't have it. If we could cast 4 chain lightnings, I think you could do these fights. But at this point, my chain lightning's not even gonna kill 1 Titan. And he's coming for me, so he feels like he can beat me. I'm guessing that that's 3 Titans there. There's just not enough. There's not enough oomph. There's not enough oomph. I do have 4k gold, so I can potentially retreat at the last possible moment. I can't even make it back to my... Look at this. The Hydras mean I can't make it back. So you're obligated to attack, which feels really bad. Let's get as much damage off as we can. It might be Chain Lightning here twice. Do you want to try and kill 1 Titan? I think it's going to be worth it to kill 1 Titan. Yeah, let's kill 1 Titan. Okay, skip. Dragon lives for another day, which is great. Okay, goodbye. Good night, sweet prince. And that was 1 Titan, and there's a little bit of extra damage here. The problem is that you feel like you're wasting damage because there's 50 HP here, 100 HP there. Surrender, we can surrender, but then we can't rehire. So then we are obligated, what, to just leave these troops behind? It's a bad situation. It's a bad it's a bad situation, is what I'm trying to say. Well, that was unnecessary. That was also unnecessary, but understandable. Have a nice day. It's 2,000 gold to retreat. It's 2,000 gold to retreat. And we have less than 4,000 gold. I don't know if I trust myself not to lose 5 Titans in the next round of combat. 11 attack, 10 defense. Okay, all right, and now we're going to surrender with 800. Yeah, and so then we'll still be able to hire, but we're going to keep 2 of these Hydras. And the enemy's too fast, so they're going to reach us here. Folks, I think that this is the end of the playthrough, because if we lose this town, there's nothing else we can do. We do have a little bit of gold here. That's great. We will hire the best forces possible. Dragons were always out of the question. And this is it. This is my ragtag group of individuals. Oh, they're just playing with me now. You're just playing with me now. So folks, I don't think I can do this fight. I'm gonna hit end turn a couple of times just because I kind of want to see how this goes, but I think that yellow's gonna come back. I don't think that there's any scheming I can do to make this work any better in my favor. And the AI agrees. The AI believes that this is it for me. If your enemies get to Titans, I think that you just kind of lose, which feels horrible. And no amount of chain lightning is going to save you here. That was 1 chain lightning. We're going to skip all around. And we are going to cast our 2nd chain lightning. You could totally argue with me and say, Fixbox, it's better to get 150 or rather 250 points of damage out of 2 lightning bolts as opposed to the 200 here. I still think that this is still the most correct play at this point. This is what I think is the most correct play. Even though we have no more spell points, we've lost all of our offensive capabilities. We've lost our main hero. I think that if I didn't lose Arie, I think that the scenario was actually winnable. I think that losing Arie made this scenario unwinnable. I feel like if I had Arie, with the combination of knowledge and spell power that he had, I think I had a shot. But as soon as I lost him right there, that was it. What a shame. What a shame. Alina, you missed it. I had my chances. I took my bruises, took my lumps, fell down, and I got right back up. I'm going to concede that this playthrough is not the playthrough, but I'm going to give this another shot, folks. I'm going to take like a 3-minute break. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to come back and we're going to load up in this exact same position. We're going to load up as the red player with warlocks against purple warlocks, wizards, and we're going to load up against red knights. And it's going to be a completely different playthrough because like some of the luck and the creatures are not going to be the same. But I think that I think that with a little bit of skill now, I think I've figured out a way I can win this scenario. If I'm just a little bit smarter, I can be better off. Now, we're going to have to make sure we get Magic Arrow in our level 1 Mage Guild. That's going to be the difference between winning and losing for sure. But we are going to come back. Give me 5 minutes just so that way I can like catch my breath, make sure that I am sharp and shiny because this is absolutely a challenge. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back and we're going to find a way to win this. Okay, we're psyched for the next one. We're not giving up. We got this. Okay. All right, folks. I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. All right, we are back, folks. Nobody told me that the sound was off. That is information that I need. Okay, so we are back here playing Heroes of Might and Magic 2. And so we're going to keep the same situation we had previously. That's going to be Yellow Knights, Purple Wizards. We are the Red Warlocks. And again, this is the Magic only run. And so a couple things that we learned from that. I think that we need to make sure that we get the rules nailed down. First and foremost, you can't attack orcs with your stack of gargoyles. Weird. That kind of does break the challenge. But I think that it's acceptable for me, given how tough this challenge is. I think it's going to be acceptable for me to position my troops however I want. Right? I can't stop retaliations, and I'm going to be okay if I just put my troops in the most advantageous spot for me. I'm going to be acceptable to that moving forward because I think that just makes sense, especially after we tried it one way and now here we are. I think that just makes sense. Most important thing though is right off the bat, I think it's obligatory that we get ourselves a Magic Arrow in the Mage Guild. I don't think you can really win this scenario without that. I do think that that's just that big of a deal. I am going to move my forces. Let's see. I think it's Barak is the one who's, most furthest out. We're going to keep our forces just like this for now. Barak's going to go a little bit out of his way just to pick up resources. I think the gold is important because I think that gold is going to get you additional forces later. We saw that gold was able to get us lots of different heroes. So gold is important. We'll continue to do that. There's gems here that spawn in and sulfur. So gems, sulfur. If there's any mercury in the starting area, we might be able to push this out to level 2. That would be kind of nifty if we could do that. Or gold. Good. 3,600 gold. Got to get a little bit of wood in order for us to make this work for now. Don't buy the crypt. You can buy the nest for 2,000 gold. You can do that. I think I'd rather have Arie the Warlock at the moment though, just to make sure that we have multiple heroes on the adventure map. Losing some heroes needlessly felt really bad. It was not necessary for us to lose some of the heroes that we lost. And so I feel like we could do much better if we just didn't lose the heroes, keep them adventuring, and maybe they're going to find better spells for you. They're going to find better resources for you. They're going to find what you need. Folks, we do not have a Magic Arrow. Let's see if this is possible. Is it possible for us to get up to a level 2 Mage Guild? If it's at all possible, we will do it. We will do it if it's possible. If this is a Magic Arrow here, sure, that's not going to do it. I mean, there's peasants. Is there any offensive capability we have whatsoever? Nope. I think that unfortunately this is going to be number 2, and this is also going to be a loss. If there was mercury, if there was mercury anywhere in sight, I might rationalize going through this horde of peasants to try and make the run work. I think that we are obligated to just restart. Okay, so we're back in action, and this time I'm not going to do the fancy little shuffling. We're just going to go right on into the playthrough. I'm gonna pick up this gold here. That felt worth it. 2 wood, 2,000 gold. And then somebody's got to pick up ore. Wait, last time we just had a little pile of ore sitting here? Is that correct? So you're not even guaranteed to get the ore you need necessary to get this scenario completed. Oh, yeah, you are. You can pick up the ore over here. We'll do that real quick. Just to make sure that this is a playable map. Level 1 Mage Guild, and it's going to be Stone Skin, View Resources, Curse. I don't think that this is playable. Unless Mercury, Sulfur, we would need gems. I don't see any gems anywhere nearby. There is this opportunity for level 1 spell. Haste is not going to do it. It's going to be 2 down. All right. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. Doesn't that just point out how good the first run was, though? First run was absolutely top tier. Like, not just good luck, but great luck. And now it's maybe we are seeing that you cannot always guarantee that. Okay, folks, this is a playable run. We have Magic Arrow here in the Shrine of the First Circle. At this point, you actually hope that you do not have a Magic Arrow in your level 1 shrine, just because, or rather your Mage Guild, because you want to guarantee some nice spells at the level 2. But we do have enough to make this map playable. We are going to play this. I don't think right now I care who my main hero is. Let's make it Arie again, just so that way I don't forget. And then therefore, let's actually take the experience. We're going to take the advanced wisdom because spellcasting is all we have. We got rogues, goblins, centaurs. I think that rogues are maybe your easiest fighting force, even though they are not easy to deal with because there's no retaliations, which for our purposes is actually even worse than usual. So we're going to pick up 3 ore mine. We're going to pick up some additional goblins just to be a little bit of meat for us. And then remember, Arie does have to go get to the Shrine of the First Circle before anything else crazy happens too soon. Ross, how the heck are you? Ross from Kelvin's Coin TV is here, along with a wonderful raid. Thank you to Ross, and thank you to all the folks that are here from Ross's stream. It's a pleasure to have you. Let me tell you, well, let me ask you first, how are we doing? Are we doing good? Ross, how are you, sir? I will tell you that we are currently doing the Fixed Fox Challenge. This is the no magic, or this is the no might playthrough. Folks, we can only use magic to get through Beltway. We are here in the Warlock red position. We have purple wizards to our right. We have yellow knights to our left. We have to use our magic only to win these scenarios. And we will show you what that looks like in just a second or two. So we are clearing out this map slowly. We are kind of getting online here. There's an awful long the way that we have to go, but we were very close in the previous playthrough of actually busting this map wide open, and we just fell a little bit short. Oh, fell a little bit short, and it was absolute heartbreak. So I'm excited to make sure that this playthrough goes much better. I think that we were very close. I think we were very close to actually winning the scenario last time. With just a couple of little changes, I think we can do it. So we've got, let's see, 1,400 gold, 2 ore. Purchasing the gargoyles is probably not the correct play. We do have our magic arrow here in the Shrine of the First Circle. That is going to be the spell that we need. I guess it's okay if we continue on for now. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. But right now we've got 2 knowledge, so we've got, what is that, 6 magic arrows. With 6 magic arrows and 4 spell power, well, we'll see that in just a second, but you don't actually have a lot of room for error here, and you got to be very particular about which fights you take. That's 40 points of damage. Is lots of rogues gonna be too much damage? I think even if it is, we do the retaliations, and that'll work out just fine for us. So let's go into 3 stacks, and let's finally bust out a containment for the first time. It says it's a glorious victory. It's not going to be guaranteed. There's Ross with those super awesome skeletons. I love that. Ross, how did you animate your skeletons? Do you use Photoshop? Do you use GIMP? What do you use to make your lovely, lovely sorts of emotes? I think that you have some excellent emotes, and I really appreciate them. Hopefully they're pretty. Hopefully you enjoy doing them. I enjoy seeing your emotes wherever I go on the internet. Okay. First little bit goes down, and yes, Ohm dries, no retaliation for the rogues, it'll be fine. We mentioned in the previous moment that we are going to still position our troops in a way that is advantageous to us. Right now, this feels the most advantageous to us. So we're going to let go of a couple of the rogues there. We're going to take a little bit of damage onto these centaurs. No, not yet, but soon. Very, very soon. Run, my friends. We can only magic arrow them to death. Despite having the overwhelming force, this is what it takes to be successful. You must be a hero of might and magic. And so with one final magic arrow, we will get out of this fight. 2 centaurs goes down. Magic Courage, I think that rather than return and try to get to this magic well or get full spell points, I think we're just gonna hit the adventure map as quickly as possible. 2,400 gold. Castor does need to pick up a little bit of gold here at this treasure chest. I need another hero as soon as possible. We all need to just be queued at this gap and rush out as fast as possible. Almar's going to pick up a couple of additional forces. Do we have the centaurs? Not yet. Let's pick up 8 more of these centaurs. And he does want to pick up this magic arrow. By the way, Ross, if you're still here, Ross, and if you're not, I apologize for talking to you after you left. I am interested in potentially, a couple of people have asked me where they can find the potluck map. I have tried to direct people over to you. So hopefully you've had people coming directly to you on your Discord and you have seen them there. But there's also some people that have asked if there's other ways that they can download it. Have you been able to upload that map to Celestial Heavens, for example? Have you uploaded it to the F Heroes 2 Discord? Any information on the map Potluck? People are interested to know. They are clamoring to know because they want to play this map for themselves. Let's see. I don't think Castor actually picked up Magic Arrow. He did. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. All of our heroes currently have Magic Arrow. That is what I want. Gazebo, peasants. We can take out peasants with what we have here. This area, I feel like I ought to actually clear it out with Alamar. He's got enough forces. So we did have to go in this direction to pick up the magic arrow. I think I can send him back the other way though. And maybe he'll even have a nice other spell here. So we will see. Magic arrow. This was going to be the blessed playthrough one way or the other. One way or the other, we were going to get the magic arrow. Does that mean that we are not going to get easy access to a cold ray or a lightning bolt? Folks, we had 2 new follows. We got Pirate Vox with the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I assume from Kelvin's Coin TV's raid. And then also I am DSR. Thank you for the follow as well. It's a pleasure to have everybody here. One of my favorite things about the Heroes of Might and Magic community is that the Heroes of Might and Magic community is full of wonderful people that really love the game. Not just like the game, but people that love the game. Smart, talented, and I'm grateful to have the association with everybody in the Heroes community, near and far. One of my favorite things that Ross has ever said is that he said that anyone who is a friend of the Heroes of Might and Magic community is a friend to him. And it was one of the very first things I'd ever heard Ross say. So very grateful for anybody that is here from his stream. Getting to spend the time with you is a treat. So thank you very much. And Rice to Ruin says, welcome Ross, love your vids. Brilliant competition you made last week. I thought it was pretty good. I was very impressed with our French phenoms. They, oh my goodness, what was it, 24 days to complete the map Potluck? Sheesh. Mushan Kipe and Winnie Maru. Excellent job to them. Very impressive. Very impressive. I think that we can maybe get through this goblin. Let's see. What if I go here? If I go here, maybe this goblin will step up and then this one will too. No, it looks like we're going to take 11 goblins worth of damage onto the centaurs. 3 centaurs goes down. And now I am going to position my gargoyles into this place where they can take some damage and do some damage. I'm going to save the 3 spell points and we're just going to retaliate to victory. It's going to be a new magic well, a little bit of gold, and more importantly, access to this area. Will we be able to take this alchemist lab right here this time? Last time we didn't do so well. This time we shall see. 500 gold from the magic garden. We will pick up 36 halflings from the halfling hole. And I don't think that Castor's got nearly enough to deal with lots of veteran pikemen. That's a lot of hit points you got to chew through. But I think we can take out this horde of peasants, and then we can have access into the snowy regions that we didn't have access to before. Only 10 spell points here for Arie, but he does have the biggest fighting force. Lots of centaurs. I do not want to take that fight. But I think I can with the gargoyles. I think I can. I just don't want to. That's going to be 3 magic arrows. It's going to be 120 points of damage. 120 points of damage against lots of centaurs. That's a lot of centaurs. That's a lot of centaurs. Let's fight this fight. It says we're going to win, and we will, but it's not going to be as pretty simply because we're not on the offensive here. So there's 1 stack goes down there. And I wish that there was a way that I could manipulate it so that the AI would directly... I wish I could just make sure that this stack goes down next. Tell you what if I do this? I'll magic arrow here. So there'll be a retaliation there. And then we will actually see. I don't really know who these centaurs are going to want to retaliate against. Are they both going to attack here? Did I just mess myself up? I think I did. Yeah, I think I just messed myself up. I probably shouldn't have done that. By putting both of your gargoyles here into this position, both centaurs could attack the same creature, and therefore they could avoid retaliation. That's just correct play to try and make sure that your enemies have to eat as much retaliation as possible. Lots of zombies for the sulfur mine. We're going to go through that pretty quickly, but we do need spell points. Zombies with the HP that they have, that's going to be a bit of a fight. It's a really bad second level creature to have to deal with. We might even go through the sprites just to make sure that we don't have to deal with so much damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Oof. Oof, I say. Oh, sorry. I wasn't even paying attention, chat. My bad. But yes, and then Tobel says, I found the map potluck on the Kelvin's Coin Discord in the channel. Here's my magic maps. Perfect. So that's where people should go. That's where I've directed people to go find the potluck map. Is there any other places that should be available? And Ross says, Noise. Yeah, I forgot I was going to add a disclaimer at the beginning. And I also had to add an answer for one of the Sphinxes. So there might be an updated version coming soon. Wonderful. That sounds great. Yeah, I love that. Good. I'm hoping that turns out perfectly. I'm excited to see whatever adjustments and changes come because of that. So very good. Thank you for the update on that. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. How was your stream today, Ross? Hopefully it was going great for you. And then Omdry says that lava rock in the cage might be really useful. This one right here. So 50% extra damage from fireballs and such. I don't think it actually applies to Armageddon, funny enough, when I think that we all agree that it kind of should, but I don't think it does apply to that. Maybe it should. Maybe it should. Lots of goblins. That's an easier fight than it was before. We're out of movement points. Do we want to make any other purchases? I don't think that the waterfall is very useful in this playthrough. We will see about the dungeon, but the 10 ore is really expensive. Really expensive indeed. Hey Fix, since Ross is here, I think it's only respectful that we hear your best halfling dying sound. Oh, because Ross is really good at the dying sounds? I think that Ross is about to destroy me on the dying sounds here. I will do my best. At your request, I will do my best, but I will bow to a skill far greater than my own. So if we are ready for it, here it is. Ooh. It just doesn't have the quite right ring to it as when Ross does it. My apologies for subjecting all of you to that horrible sound in your ears. I do apologize. Okay. Magic arrow, we're gonna get through this fight really easy. We just have to hit skip a couple of times. I must say, nobody has asked the question, but I will give you the answer anyway. Nobody's asked the question, Fix Fox, why are you doing this challenge? Like, what can we possibly have to gain from watching somebody struggle through these fights only using magic? And I don't think I have the best answer for you. I don't think I have an answer that people are gonna like, but here's the answer. The answer is because it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's probably not a good enough answer. We should probably do more. Probably do more to, explain, like, why do we do the things we do? But at the end of the day, this feels fun, this feels interesting, and it's something that I'm interested in doing, and I hope it's something that you're interested in enjoying. So if that's the case, if that's correct, wonderful. And if not, we will rework it next time. I am kind of interested to see how some of the future challenges will go. For example, I think it's interesting to note, oh, this is a winnable fight. Yeah, this is definitely winnable for Sulfur and the Mercury. That's totally winnable. I think it's going to be very interesting to do the challenge where it is either animals only or humans only. And the point of that challenge is that you have to pick whichever one is worse. Like if you're the knights, sorry, you don't get to use anybody that's humanoid. So we'll see how that goes. It could go really well. It could go really poorly. I have no idea what to expect with that one, but there's going to be some that just are a little bit nifty, and I'm excited to see how they go. We'll find out. I do want to pick up this magic guard and say 7. That's potentially 5 gems. That's kind of a big deal. Let's go see if we can make that happen. We are replenishing our spell points here with Arie and on to a new day. Oh, Pirate Box, that was a good try. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't think I have a talent and a career in voice acting, but I appreciate very kindly that you're saying, yeah, it was not bad. It wasn't too bad. I will take that. I'll absolutely take that. So thank you very kindly. Let's see. Rogues, zombies. At this point, we still need the knowledge. We do know that there is a witch doctor's hut for +1 knowledge up here, not to mention the shrine of the second circle. I think we're gonna go straight through these sprites. There's no retaliation, so we're just gonna have one big stack of gargoyles. And we're just gonna suffer. There's no retaliation, so you're just gonna have to suffer. The only question is, well, here's the thing. You have 6 magic arrows. If you can't kill full stacks, you lose this hero because there is no chance at retaliation. I will repeat. You have 6 magic arrows, and if you can't kill all the sprites with 6 magic arrows, you lose because there is no retaliation. Sprites don't retaliate. And so this is a huge gamble we're taking here. Of course, we could always run away. And if we run away, that's fine. We can always rehire our hero. No issues there. But I'm exceptionally scared, I guess, for both of these fights. Sprites are maybe a problem. Oh, it's a horde. Oh, it's a horde of sprites. I didn't realize it was a horde of sprites. Oh, it was lots last week, and then it just turned into a horde. So we know that that's 50 sprites. So if it's 5 stacks of 10, this is actually good information. So if it's for sure 5 stacks of 10, 2 HP each, yeah, you're gonna be fine. Okay, no worries. For a second there I was a little bit worried. And so if that is 50, give or take, then this stack here should be fine even though you're only doing 30 bits of damage. That would be 5 stacks of 15. Yeah, so we should still be able to win this fight. Just for a second there though, my caution might have been getting a little bit the better of me. And that's okay. By the way, Boris, thanks so much for that clip. I'm not sure what your clip was. I'm wondering if it was the clip where I accidentally broke my own challenge on accident. If that's the case, you're hilarious, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. On we go. On we skip. Store in Denmark, by the way, says, haha, I think Ross is a real voice of the halfling. Like, the actual... Ross, did your father work at New World Computing back in the day? And they just brought you into the studio for some voice acting? That would be pretty nifty if that was the case. Who was it? I think it was Pirate Software. His whole thing was that his dad was a ex-Blizzard developer or something like that. It'd be pretty funny if we actually had more of those kind of ties. I think that those are always interesting to figure out where people are coming from and you know, hey, what's the story? Who are you? Where are you from? What don't we know about you that we probably ought to? We're gonna sneak past here because this campfire could be gems. I do still want this level 2 mage guild. We are currently needing sulfur. We've got the gems, we got the mercury. Last game we were able to get all the way up to a 5th level mage guild. And the green tower. I don't know if that's gonna happen again, but I'm excited to try. That's my goal, is to still try. Toba says, no, I'm not asking why you were doing this. I'm just asking what you were smoking when you came up with the idea, and will you give us some too? I don't smoke, but I'm sure I can find... You do know what I do for a living, right? I'm sure I can find you some stuff. The joke there is that I'm a juvenile probation officer, so if you want, I'm sure I can find what you're looking for. I'm just saying, oh, it happened. Wait, no, 18 is fine. 18 is fine. For Arie, that's fine. If we were only doing 30 spell points worth of damage, like if we were only doing 30 points of damage with these magic arrows, we couldn't kill one full stack. Okay, we're fine. I was worried. I echo on the sound. I do echo on the sound. Unfortunately, the problem is that this mic is really sensitive. It's not, I forget what you call it, cardioid. It's not a cardioid microphone that only picks up in a narrow range. And I stream from my local library because I don't have fast enough internet to stream from my home. So I'm here at my local library. And so I would invest in soundproofing stuff if I could, but I can't just because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me at the moment to try and do so, because I would have to bring it to the library, pick it up, take it down. Yeah, I think I could probably do that. I think I need to invest in something to reduce the echoing sound. But unless maybe there's a setting that I'm unaware of. I don't think so. I think that this is just my usual level of echoing that we usually get when we're playing Heroes 2 here at the library. If you notice, my other recordings are usually not so bad. Okay, so we just got a little bit of bad luck here. This Shrine of the Second Circle, view artifacts. Now that is the exact second level spell you really wanted, right? Right? No. Well, let's see if we can get a little bit luckier here with our level 2 Mage Guild back at home. It's going to be a Cold Ray. It's not a Lightning Bolt, but that's still good. That's definitely an improvement over the Magic Arrow. We will plan on going back there as soon as we can with lots of other heroes. Astra is probably going to be the first one back, and that might be enough to go through these veteran pikemen. Oh no. Halon has spotted Astra. She's going to run away as fast as she can, and she just has to hope that he doesn't follow her through. If he really wants to go through these fire elementals, he can, but I hope he then goes to Brownston. That's my hope, is he goes to Brownston. We will see. Rise to Ruin, agreed. Kudos to Fixfox for going full send, no hesitation. Full send. That's what we're going for. That's what we go for. Not an echo, but the sound repeats all you say 3 times. It's not an echo, but the sounds I say repeat all 3 times. What about that? So I just turned off my OBS sound. Let me know if that's any better or if that's any worse. So through the lean-to, try refreshing your page. It's running fine on your end. Good. I do need that feedback because not too long ago did we find that Fixfox didn't even have the game sound on. So it's very important that we get this right. Okay. Not once but twice do we get in a Shrine of the Second Circle, view artifacts as a spell. That's bad. More than just not good, folks. That's straight up bad. Last time we didn't get the dungeon. I'm going to do it this time. We're going to get the dungeon. And I think I'm even going to hire Agar right now. Let's see. How do I want to do this? We're going to hire Agar. And I think I'm going to split these gargoyles like this. I'm going to send him over to these veteran pikemen. I think he can defeat them. If not, Astra does have enough spell points and the right creatures to maybe break through whatever's left. It feels bad to spend 2,500 gold maybe to lose this hero, but you don't have a lot of other things to spend the gold on at the moment anyway, so you might as well. You might as well. Purple does take out those fire elementals. Good for them. Very impressed. We'll pick up +1 knowledge from the Witch Doctor's hut, and as we head back, let's figure out the best way of doing this. Oh, Tundar, you're 2-1. Good job, you won. Way to go. Well done. Very impressive, Tundar. So Tundar, just so everybody else can hear, remind everybody what your tournament is all about. I think the people are going to be interested. Yeah, this is way too many of these pikemen, but with the 6B creatures, we're going to be able to unload oodles of damage. Let's see, 30 points, 60 points. It doesn't matter spell point wise whether you do the cold ray or the magic arrow. So we're just going to do the cold rays a couple times. And we're just going to pepper these enemies down. Yeah, we're just going to take out as many of these as we can. It doesn't really matter what stacks we attack or where. Although I do want to stay away from this big grouping over here. Oh, look at that. They can kill one full creature. It's not good. Yeah, one more cold ray, and then the fight's going to be over. It feels bad to do this, of course. Nobody likes to send heroes and troops just to lose. But I am glad I had that second gargoyle just to take the additional damage. We're out of spell points. Agar's not a main hero, so we're going to be done with him for now. It's possible that it would be better for me to just run away. Not because, I don't know, better to run away not because you want him back, but better to run away so that another hero or another faction doesn't get the opportunity to hire him. I could see that. I could see that. It's a pack right now, by the way. I don't think that, let's see. With 30 spell points, that's 10 magic arrows. Your magic arrows are only doing 20 points of damage. The pikemen are 1 each. So you've got 10. Yeah, that's not going to do it. So she is not going to be enough to handle this. It's going to have to be some other hero. Maybe we hire one more hero. We got Vesper. I think Vesper could do it. It's worth the gold mine. The whole reason why we're doing this is for no other reason than it's worth the gold mine. So we're going to take the meaty dwarves and goblins so they can take some retaliations and help the fight go well. And we're going to throw one more enemy hero or one more of our heroes at this fight. I think we save the sprites for a future fight, but I'm still kind of getting my strategy the most correct it can be, given that how often do you do a magic only challenge? The answer is not that often. So do I really know what I'm doing? I don't know. but we're figuring out what makes the most sense as we go along. And it's really kind of nice. It's really putting me in an uncomfortable position, and that feels pretty good. Purple is continuing to clear out their side of the map. Yellow is getting to this point with Lord Kilburn on the left-hand side, on the western half of the map. And last time we were gratefully able to have purple and yellow fight each other. I don't know if they're going to continue to fight them this time like they did last time. But we have gotten +1 for our hero, Arie. Tree of Knowledge. I think I'm going to have Alamar go see if that's free or not. It's just a free 1,000 experience. We will take that. We're going to take the Advanced Wisdom, hoping that we can get up to at least a 4th level Mage Guild again. Let's pick up +1. We will take the Mysticism, and that was actually big, +1 Knowledge. So we're at 4 and 4. Given that we have the Cold Ray, that's actually perfect. And I don't want to fight the zombies just yet, but I'm as fast as I can be with these 21 gargoyles. I'm gonna send over these sprites just because they might be useful. If the fight is that close, I'd rather keep Vesper than not. Let's do single stacks. Okay. Okay. All right. I still think that we got our chances here. Pirate Box, from Tiny Arrow to Armageddon Finale. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I really thought we were going to get it in the previous playthrough. I really thought we were going to get the Armageddon, and ultimately we fell just a little bit short of our goal, but oh, wouldn't that have just been the most amazing moment? I've decided that I still play Heroes of Might and Magic, call it religiously, every single week at least. I play it so much because the moments are so good. There's literally so many wonderful and good moments, and it never fails to excite. It never fails to entertain. Never fails to entertain me anyway. Let's see. 60 points of damage. I mean, that's 3. And then there'll be 6 HP there that we can just retaliate and clean up. But then you don't get the retaliation against these other big ones. Yeah, I think that this is your best thing, but that's you got one more Cold Ray. I think that the Cold Ray plus the Dwarven damage is going to do it. I do want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to put the sprites here so maybe the stack goes down. I do want to kind of spread the damage out a little bit. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's 5 speed, so this group can actually maybe make it. Will this group go down? Yes, they will. Don't kill the full stack. We get 7 damage off in this retaliation. Every bit of retaliation is good. There's a full stack of 60 HP right there. Gone. I don't know. Are the dwarves going to do it? I think we've spread these forces out enough. Let's just put the sprites in the far back anyway, though. Maybe that'll save some additional damage. Because, yeah, at this point, you just have to hit skip and hope for the best. 2 spell points left. Just got to hit skip and hope for the best. Win or lose, hit skip, hope for the best. Okay, so clearly our calculations were incorrect there. How many pikemen were left? 6? Oh, you got that now. Okay, she's gonna get this now. Are they gonna get good morale though? No, they will not. So Astra can actually now clean this up, and it cost me 5,000 gold worth of heroes, which is stupid and feels bad. It's just that was my best opportunity, I think. We'll come back. We'll go to Chandler. We'll pick up the Cold Ray, and then we'll go on from there. All right, we're gonna get out of this scenario. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. This is gonna be the one where we win. And we've actually got a much better start than we did in the previous playthrough. The previous playthrough, we had major issues because we did not take the Mercury. We had Sulfur. We do want to go and get this gem mine. I think the best way is to go right there. Yeah, we want to get the gem mine. And then after that, we do need... Oh, we already have one of each. Hold on. What? What gem mine do we already have? Oh, we picked up that gem mine. Oh, perfect. So we're already getting 1 precious resource a day. And so I think that we're just going to keep hitting end turn basically until we get max opportunities. Because 5th level Mage Guild, I think is always going to be the very best thing for you. The game really opened up when we got to Chain Lightning. In the previous playthrough, that changed everything. And as good as it is to have quality units, like, Hydras and stuff, I think that the spells are going to be even more valuable. I think that their spells are just going to be so much more valuable. So that's what I'm really going to rush towards. Okay, we got full spell points. We've got rogues to deal with. And we'll take those out. Home Dries. I'm just going to call you Dries from now on. Dries says, Fireball, the lava rock. You are completely correct. Yes, indeed. We've got the lava rock not too far away. It is behind some archers, but I'm excited to take them out pretty quickly. That should be pretty good. Am I able to fly away from these creatures? I think I might be able to. Yeah, if I go to this corner now, I don't think that these guys can reach me, and then I'll go to this top corner here. You will never catch me. We have no arrows, we have no bows, and yet we do have a way to deal with our foes. Wow, I was a poet and I didn't even know it. Very nice. No arrows, no bows, but we can deal with our foes. I will pick up the Witch Hut. Basic logistics is awesome. 6 crystal. That's a sweet pickup. I love that. We do got to go get the spells though. Let's go get the spells and we'll figure out what we do from there. Is it better to go into the swamp? I think that the gems are still more important than anything else. 5 gems. Yeah, gems are one of my least gotten items. We do need sulfur. Look for sulfur, see if we can find that anywhere. Okay, who do we got? Manny MM is back in the chat. Hello, Manny. Nice to have you here. Good evening, at least in Europe, to everyone. Yep, grateful to have you here. Welcome, welcome. We are doing the magic only run. It's day 7, and Astra, by all my calculations, should be able to pick up this gold mine today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so she's got plenty of magic arrows. They're doing just the right amount of damage at 20 each. And the gargoyles should be able to fly around the map. No guarantees about these sprites. These sprites might run afoul of some issues. Let's see. That corner is actually the position I really want my forces to be in. Right there. Look at the retaliation damage. Okay. Yeah, and now everybody's going to get to fly to this far corner here. So there's 1. There's 2. Here's this. Rise to Ruin says, my top moments watching your stream would be Week of the Titans, speedrunning the Pyramid, and Solo Cyclops zerping your forces to oblivion over the +2 defense shield. Those are, without a doubt, some of my favorite moments. Tell you what, that stream where we speed ran Pyramid was actually one of my favorite things. And I'm so very sad that I didn't record it. Like, I record all my playthroughs, but I did not record that one. Oh man, I wish I had. I wish I had. That would have been just the absolute best, because we had so much fun and there was just a good group there, and we worked on it as a team. That's maybe my favorite thing about it, is that we worked on beating Pyramid as quickly as possible as a team, and I thought that the results were not just good, but excellent. Week of the Condor. So we've made it through week 3 of month 1. Folks, Brownston is a problem because if they get dragons here, they are immune to magic and then we just lose the game. So we cannot let them get dragons. I think their plan was always to make sure though that we got up to, call it, I don't know. I think the plan was always that we got up to the wizard faction first. I think that you'd much rather chain lightning or lightning bolt or cold ray a group of paladins than you ever would any of those other forces. Elamar can be effective for you, but I do want him to go back and get some spells. Getting some opportunities up here and here. Arie's going to be full on good spells. Fireball, Mass Dispel. Mass Dispel not so good, but 1 damaging spell in each. And if you notice, actually, it's kind of nice because if you get this all correct, the Fireball costs 9 spell points, and the Magic Arrow costs 3. So you can do 3 individual 3, 6, and 9 spell points to defeat 3 enemies, or you can get the Fireball that can potentially kill up to 5 enemies at a time. I say up to 5 because there's only 5 on the battlefield at any given time. 5 enemies anyway. I guess you could torch your own troops if you wanted to? Question mark? Why would you? So then this leads me to the question, are we strong enough to go for the purple player? We are still, I think we're still best off waiting, looks like 6 days until we can get sulfur for level 4 Mage Guild. I think that we're still best off that way. Don't know the answer though. I'm just grateful we have the sulfur here now. Questions that need answers. Okay. Soren Denmark says it's also evening in Denmark, so good evening to you. And yep, best regards from Annie MM to everybody. Something about the folks Something about the Danish folks. I just really like the Danes. I'm a big fan of the Danish folks. There's a lot of folks I get along with. As I've mentioned before, many wonderful people in the Heroes Might and Magic community. That suits me well. Let's see. I'm just gonna hand off the centaurs because Arie might want those. Let's see. Arie does need to set off. And wherever Arie goes, they need to be very decisive with their turn. Is going up in this direction going to be helpful for you? You either have to go through these zombies, or you have to go through these centaurs, or you have to go through this horde of sprites. I think we go through the horde of sprites right now. I think that we'll hire whatever other gargoyles we have. I'm gonna leave one. I'm gonna leave two behind, just so other heroes do have some faster creatures. But we're gonna go through this horde of sprites, and maybe this campfire is even gonna give us enough sulfur to get the. Wow, that's bad. Gonna give us enough sulfur to get the Mage Guild one day earlier. So, Fireball is actually gonna be pretty useful. 40 points of damage. Is that gonna kill one full stack each? I think so. Perfect. AoE spells. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And oh, Obani is starting vacation to Denmark next week. Always happy to be there. Good, good. All right. Alina says, sorry, won't be able to watch live all the way through. It's midnight here, and you have to wake up at 5 a.m. Oh, Alina, you should have been gone forever ago. I'm grateful that you were here. Thank you so much for the time. But nope, as great as Heroes Might and Magic is, I don't think it's worth all of your. I don't think it's worth all of your best days tomorrow. One of my all-time favorite people said, "Never trade your tomorrows for today." And I think that that's some of the wisest words I've ever heard. The idea being that, sure, you can have tons of fun and do whatever you want to do to be happy and healthy and, you know, do the things that are important to you. But please, no matter what happens, you know, don't make tomorrow worse just because you want a little bit of fun right now. So, Alina, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hope that your 5 a.m. wake-up call goes very, very well. Thank you for the time. I will catch you around. Peace. And then Rise is saying that something about Twitch deleting videos. Well, so I know that Twitch does delete the videos, like for the pyramid playthrough. They delete it after, I think, 7 or 21 days or something like that. All the videos I have up on YouTube, I record while I stream, so that way I have the highest quality to upload to whatchamacallit later, to YouTube. It's the standard of practice that I have because I really hate it when the quality of videos isn't very high. I know I don't like to watch videos if the quality is like really low, and so I prefer to make it high wherever I can. But meh, you know. It deleted the video because that's what Twitch does, and I shouldn't be upset about that. That's just the way it is. Okay, folks, did you notice? So we picked up a campfire that had 6 sulfur, so we just picked up our 4th level Mage Guild. 4th level Mage Guild. Spells that I wouldn't hate. I wouldn't mind Chain Lightning. I wouldn't mind Elemental Storm. I wouldn't mind Berserk. I wouldn't mind... There's lots of spells I wouldn't mind here. But there's also a lot of spells that could really hurt. Let's hope that this is great. Let's click and hope for the best. Oh. What do we think, folks? What do we think? Oof. Oof. Dry says Fireball should do double damage against double hex creatures. Yeah, that'd be pretty nifty. Oh, Fix Fox Wife will be back. Good. I think Fix Fox, we like us so great. Good. Good. Good night to Soren Denmark. We'll catch you around later. Alina is also prepping stuff for the market, so it'll be a great day for you. Oh yeah, because it's your market day tomorrow. And then I'm excited to try the British snacks. I'm excited for that video. It'll be great. Dries. Oof, that's a big oof. I agree. Mass Curse, blah. I think I've never seen Mass Curse used ever. Or Mass Cure, rather. Mass Cure, it's got some value, but it's really just less than ideal. And View All doesn't help when I already know the scenario. View All is super good lots of the time. Because if it's a first-time playthrough on the map, you need that. I don't need that. So this is a loss. We have to hope that the 5th tier of Mage Guild is excellent. In the meantime, we're going to be grateful that we had 1, 2, 3 damaging spells. And let's just hope for Armageddon or something crazy. Oh my goodness. Manny MM, thank you so much for the subscription, or for the gift. So thank you for the gift subscription. It's a pleasure to have you here and support the channel. Okay. Well, folks, that just happened. We did pick up Mass Curse. Speaking of Mass Curse, we did pick that up. Alamar has got stuff to do. I haven't picked up this Badge of Courage because I don't think it really matters that much, and I'm worried that rogues will be in there and cost me some damage. I think that Alamar needs to go north. Yeah, he needs to go north. He's going to drop his one gargoyle there and go north just so he can find whatever resources are up there. There is a lith, if nothing else. Why do I have 3 centaurs with me? Why are you slowing me down so much? Excuse you? Well, remember, we still need sulfur. There's mercury. I think that there might be sulfur through the stone liths. We'll have to wait and see about that in just a second. Let's go. Soren Denmark does say that there's wonderful places to go and visit for those of you who are traveling to Denmark anytime soon. And I hope that if you are traveling to Denmark that you are having a lovely time. Yeah, wonderful people, I'm sure. I haven't, other than just the time we've spent here on Twitch, I haven't spent a lot of time around the Danish, and yet I still get along very, very well with the folks from the Denmark. What's the handicap? Magic only. Magic and retaliation, so we can only use magic to defeat our foes. Yeah, I have to skip turns. So magic only, and hope for the best. So here's the question. Do we set off with these spells, with Cold Ray and Fireball? Do we set off just yet? I don't think we do, but I do think that we go get this Everhot Lava Rock so that it does 50% bonus damage. I do think that that's pretty worthwhile. And that'll give me a little bit of time to maybe find the resources to get the 5th level Mage Guild. It would feel really bad if I set off without that 5th level Mage Guild. That would feel bad. I do want the Mercury because I might pick up Sulfur somewhere else. Campfire here, for example. And we are way behind as far as getting the dragons. Last playthrough we did excellent and things were going great. This time, not so much. I think that our lack of sulfur is actually hamstringing us in a pretty meaningful way. There's 5 mercury. That's a big deal. I don't see any other sulfur here, so I'm going to go through the liths. I'm going to chance it. Aha! Perfect. There's sulfur. A little bit of gold. A little bit more gold, and campfires aplenty. I'm going to just do some single stacks like this. I'm going to let the single stacks do their work. Let's fight this. But yeah, you can see it right here. So for example, I can't attack, but I can move. All right, I can move to a certain position. Wait, how many spell points? Or 60 points of damage? That won't quite do it, but I'm going to do this anyway. So you can move troops on the battlefield wherever it will be advantageous for you. But more than that, you can't do. So I can't attack. Earlier, we had played around with the idea of your forces just can't move at all because this feels a little bit cheaty to use the retaliations. But then we decided, no. Like, this challenge is already hard enough. We don't need to do ourselves more harm. At that point, it would just be doing more harm than good. So we're going to stick with it this way. Oh no, good morale. There's 1 HP left on this guy. 7 HP here. Let's go here. And 12 HP here and back off. And it's going to be 1 magic arrow here. We do need spell points. We're only down to 15. I'm just going to hit skip until we defeat these archers. Through retaliations. Fix Fox. Spend the 3 spell points. No. It's not correct. Your wanderings bring you into contact with the tribe of ape-like beings using a magical lava rock that never cools to light their fires. You take pity on them and teach them to make fire with sticks, believing you to be a god. The apes give you their rock. So 50% more damage to enemy troops with our fireball spell. And this is like a C tier artifact for me generally. I don't usually put a lot of stock into the Everhot lava rock. At this point, I will. This is absolutely going out of my way, worth getting it out of my way for. I'm very happy with that. Diplomacy, very good if we need to surrender. And did you notice we just picked up +1 knowledge and now +1 spell power? I'm going to take the leadership and we are rocking and rolling. 6 spell power, 5 knowledge. Let's go back. We're going to get full spell points in 3 days. And we are a little bit of sulfur away. But oh, what's this? Oh, yellow player's coming. Purple player's coming. But what's this? 5 more sulfur. That was a lot of sulfur. I have a riddle for you. The Sphinx says, answer correctly, you shall be rewarded. Answer incorrectly, you shall be eaten. Do you accept the challenge? Chat, what do you think that the answer to this is? Rise Druin's got to go. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here. Best of luck to you as well, Rise Druin. It's a pleasure having you here. And Manny MM is looking forward to soft ice cream. We'll have it 1 every day. Very good. I'm excited for that. Fix Fox from Dry says, is the artifact in the snowy area worthwhile? I think that the jewel gives like +2 or +3 spell power. I'll take a look at that in just 1 second. The answer to this is mirror, by the way, for 4,000 gold. Soren Denmark says, I can also recommend fitching, and see the museum in Esberg. That's a good trip where they have fish and seals. Okay, very good. I really appreciate, again, I appreciate that people are looking out for each other so that people can have a really nice time together. Okay, let's see, Dries, yeah, Iron Golems, this is the Witch's Brooch of spell power. It's +3 to your spell power. So it's a really good artifact. I really like this. Lots of Iron Golems, kind of tough to deal with because they take 50% reduced damage from elemental spells. So fireballs, cold rays, and stuff. They do take full damage from the magic arrow, but that's a lot of hit points to chew through. 30 HP per Iron Golem, and there's lots of them. I think it's also really far out of my way, so I like this artifact. I just think it's going to take me way too long to get there. So for now, we're going to ignore it, but we're going to keep that in the back of our mind that that could be useful for us very soon. Okay, folks, we're going to get this Mage Guild tomorrow because we're just going to trade for a little bit of resources to make that happen. 1,000 gold here. I'm going to try and find out. Oh, look at that artifact. Foremost Scroll of Knowledge. We might need to go through gargoyles very soon. We might need a hero chain, or what'll make the most sense. Foremost Scroll of Knowledge. I think that that's unguarded. Yellow player retreats. Purple player sees us. Maybe it's Vesper. Okay. I think the Vesper did see us. I think that we've got plenty of forces here. Yeah, 27 gargoyles should be plenty to handle them. But before we go, let's do this very quickly. 1 unit of wood. Yeah, 1 unit of wood. You want to trade the wood instead of the ore. Ore and sulfur goes into dragon towers. So you want to actually save the ore if you can. So let's do 1 unit of wood. We have 10 of each of the precious resources. We got a 5th level Mage Guild. And folks, this is a very big moment. Oh, it feels like Las Vegas. It feels like we are just gambling. We're playing with money. No, it's bad. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Good hits on level 1, 2, and 3, but our 4th and our 5th level Mage Guild levels absolutely let us down. The good thing is this: there's still more resources out on the adventure map. We can go steal a wizard's castle, and if we do, we may be able to do some nice things. Funny enough, though, if we get the opportunity to hypnotize 150 hit points worth of creatures, I will absolutely attack with them. I don't even care. I don't even care. Fix Fox, you're only supposed to use magic. Yeah, I used magic to make that guy punch that guy. That's magic. That counts. That's not attacking. So, if I get the opportunity, you better believe for the first time in this playthrough, I'm going to use Hypnotize to make somebody fight each other. Good stuff. Good stuff. We will call it. We'll call that lucky or unlucky. I think that that's mostly unlucky, but that's okay. It's day 7. We're not going to get the swamp and the maze just yet. Boy, do I take all these forces or just the gargoyles? Against this enemy that we're about to deal with, I think we're going to take the orcs and we're going to dismiss them very quickly after that. I think I'm going to do 1 big stack and then a couple of little stacks. Yeah, let's fight right here, though. You stole my stuff, and now I dislike you. Get the hints. Get the hints, Vesper. Okay, big stack to deal with, I think, is maybe the centaurs. No, centaurs are going to go before the sprites, and 4 gargoyles are not going to do the damage. Let's just sit right there. My stack is slowed, and I'm great. I am so good with you attacking orcs there. Please, with my blessing, go for that. We will do some skips. The gargoyle survives for a whole extra turn. That's wild. We are going to need to do like something to deal with these sprites, but I think that the next thing we do is take the damage from these gargoyles first. Okay. Okay. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but you're going to go last. He's going to go last, unfortunately. Let's see, 60 points of damage, 17, call it 20, that's 5, you need a cold ray. It's gonna be a cold ray here. That should kill the full stack though. Yeah, that does. My thought process was, can I get the gargoyles out and then fireball this section so I hit all 3? And the answer is no. It's just not gonna work that well. So we're just gonna have to suck it up, take the damage. And I'm not gonna cold ray myself, or I'm not gonna fireball myself. I will consider, there's single stacks. I'm just gonna do the cold rays or the magic arrows, and Vesper's gonna get the opportunity to run if he wants to. He chooses not to. That's his choice. Okay. And so we will save 3 spell points by not using the fireball. But we're gonna pick up our gold mine, which I still think is important. We're gonna get a second hero after we dismiss these orcs. 3-speed creatures, I just don't want them. I think I can reach here next turn. And let's make it Barak. Barak is gonna be the next hero, and he's gonna be fast enough to catch up with his gargoyles. He's gonna resupply with whatever he has, including these griffins. And griffins have unlimited retaliations. Folks, how did I not think about that? Griffins have unlimited retaliations. Oops. One sec. We are down. Chat is down. 1 second. I gotta save game. This is weird. I gotta save game. I gotta exit out. Hold on. Bear with me. I lost my internet because I'm at the library. I lost my internet because I'm at the library, so now I have to reconnect. Now we're reconnecting. Now we're back. Oh, great. Now we're back. The library only lets me be on the internet for a short period of time. We are back. I recommend you refresh your browser. Okay. Alrighty, folks. So we are back. Yep. So the stream did go down, but it goes down occasionally. That's just kind of how it goes. Yeah. Someday it won't matter. Someday I will have adequate internet to make sure that I just never have any issues with that. But for now, that's just one of the many things I have to deal with. The only question I have then is this: how long was I out for? Because I've been talking to nobody for a moment. And as people start to slowly filter back into the chat, people are going to let me know, hey, Fixfox, you were gone for like 5 minutes. I'm going to be like, oh man, that was way too long. Pirate Box is back. Okay, great. All right, so people are back. People cheer. People cheer. People cheer. I like that. That's a good way of putting it. So welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you here. So we did take this fight. I don't know when stream dropped off, but we did defeat this enemy hero here. There was no major problems. We're going to do a resupply first thing in the morning. And we just got to hit intern. Oh, and there's a purple player who wants to tangle with me. You want to tangle with me? You want a piece of me? Sir. Or ma'am. No. You can't mess with me. I'm unmesswithable. I don't think that that's a real thing you can say. But it's true. Okay, we got plenty of mercury coming in. This is going to be our 3rd alchemist lab. We do need the ore here. So if Barak is able to reach that spot, I do want him to. We're going to make all these purchases. Everybody's in. Everybody's locked and loaded. We have just enough movement to go here. First off, we can reach Brownston. I think that we want to get into the defending section. So even if we run out of movement points here, I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm very glad because then we didn't make Arie go backwards, which I think is important. I think that single stacks of the gargoyles is always going to be morally correct. Fixbox, morally correct? Yes, I said what I said. Morally correct. Halon is up to Giants. So purple player's up to Giants. Last game, it was week of the Giant. And so they had 5 extra Giants. We don't have to deal with that many Giants. So we don't have as good as spells, but we do have less Giants that we have to deal with. I'm going to take this castle now. And it looks like we're going to have just enough movement points to get back in. That's great. Oh, love it. Oh, Christian Diamond, you're back. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're back. Things are going pretty well. We're having a fun time. We're doing magic only right now. And so far we are, I don't know, folks, you would have to let her know. Are we winning? Are we losing? We're here. We're being successful. I'm having a fun time. How about that? That's really the best thing I can say is I'm having a really fun time. Fireball here just makes a lot of sense. That's one full, yeah, it's one full creature there and then a little bit more there. Step up with the one single gargoyle. I think I kind of want to skip. I think I want to just go here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Retaliation was huge. I'm going to put the Griffin right here. Griffins can retaliate against everybody except for the Hydras. So we're going to have the Magic Arrow the Hydra right now. And then from here on out, I think everybody else can just be retaliated against. Unless this Gargoyle is in the wrong spot. Okay, so let's move this Gargoyle away. 1 and 1. Okay, we'll just back off here. Back off here. Back off here. A little bit of extra damage. I think I had 24 Griffins and now I have many less. Okay, but we are going to get out of the fight 4 and 4. I think that was even better losses than the AI thought we would have. Ooh, Necromancy is kind of interesting. Necromancy is kind of interesting, but funny enough, Ballistics I think is way better because if you are attacking a castle, you do want to try and prevent as many losses as possible. So I think that that's actually the best thing to do. So we are in the castle. There is a Mage Guild, which is good. We're going to have full spell points, and let's see what Halon wants to do with this. I don't know if he's going to want to attack or if he's going to want to go in this direction, but we do still have 16 spell points. And I think that I'm way too tough for him. He does have a pack of the steel golems, but a few magi, a few of the rocks, a few of the giants, pack of the boars. I don't think Halon wants a piece of us. I don't think he can reach Barak, so I think we're good to go. Roman says, are we winning? Are we losing? Never mind, we're fighting. Oh, we're fighting, baby. Good mindset, I like that. Perfect, I'm very glad for it. It's a big mix of chocolate, but it's Fixed Fox, and we love it. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that even when we are struggling, that people are having a good time. That is maybe the nicest compliment that you could ever give me. Is that, you know, sometimes Fixed Fox, you make some dumb decisions. Sometimes, you know, you do things that I wouldn't have done. But whatever you do, it is entertaining. Really. That is top notch. That makes me happy. What makes me unhappy is that I forgot. I forgot to have gargoyles only in this area. I tell you what I think. Okay, hold on. No, let me consider. If Halon takes this castle, are we better off or are we worse off? I think we're better off. You're going to give over a Cold Ray and a Fireball? That's okay. I think I can manage that. I think I can absolutely deal with that. That's not going to hurt my feelings too bad. So we're going to allow whatever defenses we have here. By the way, there are no defenses here. We're not going to purchase the maze. Let's see. We are going to hire Agar just so we have some additional forces. We're going to make this fight tough on our enemies, but ultimately we don't really care if we lose this castle or not. Yeah, I don't think we actually care if we lose this castle or not. So if Halon wants to trade castles, I will trade castles with you, and Arie is going to go south. And he's going to take your main castle, your wizard castle. And then if I have your wizard castle, guess what I'm going to do then? Then I'm going to take your wizard castle, and I'm going to use it for your spells. I'm going to steal your library. I'm going to have everything I need to cover the earth in an unholy moment of terror. Yeah, if you want to trade castles, go for it, buddy. Please, I'm asking you to trade castles with me. Okay, Crystal? We're doing so good in getting resources on this playthrough. Way better than we were before. Absolutely impressed. Because it's feels like luck, but the map is very, it's very, what do you call it? Considerate? The map is very accommodating for what strategy we are trying to go with here. So I'm very impressed with how this is going so far. Okay, Storpagal, folks, this is a big moment. Let's do it. We have to win. Big moment. I think we're going to really have to rely on these griffins and these gargoyles, but if we can take this castle, the only problem that we will have is if the enemy then gets dragons in this other castle. If they get dragons in the other castle, we just lose, I suppose. but I still think I'm good to trade. I think I'm still good to trade. Okay, so you can do 120 points of damage with the Cold Ray. You can do 90 points of damage with the Fireball. This is 120 hit points there. This is, 200 hit points of rocks. I think you kind of want to defeat these Magi and just get them off the board. And then I think you're okay to send your single gargoyle stack down here. Maybe that'll take this retaliation. No, it looks like the steel golems are going to get to go next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Giants cannot reach because the rocks are 2 hexes. I'm going to send the gargoyles in force, just to make sure these halflings don't get full damage off. There's a bless onto the giants. I think that I'm obligated to try and Cold Ray them as much as possible next. And in fact, this is good because now the giants, unless they lose this wall section, giants can't reach. I'm going to stay back with the griffins. I'm fine with that. Ooh, 2 instances of good morale so far, though. That feels pretty bad. Maybe I should have actually... maybe... Let's see. Gargoyles want to stay here. I wish I had actually put the griffins right here to prevent the enemy from walking out of the castle. Yeah, I actually wish that I'd done that a little bit differently. Will the giants walk out? No, they will not. Now this is actually fine for me because now the centaurs, they can't do much anyway. The griffins can jump in if I need them to, but for now they won't. I do want those rocks to stay alive for one more turn, and they will, which is great. That's been 240 points of damage onto these giants, or 60 HP on the top stack. Less back onto the giants. It's only 2 knowledge, 2 spell power for the captain, so spells only last for 2 turns. I'm going to put the griffins right here now. Damage is still looking okay. These losses are acceptable thus far. We're down to 1 giant, 43 of these halflings. I don't care about the damage from the halflings. It's fine. It's okay. I'm going to put the centaur here. Trying to... Oh, he's trying to defend the... Yeah, he's trying to defend the halflings a little bit. Interesting. Okay. 20 HP? 90? 60? You gotta do the Cold Ray. We got plenty of spell points. Take the damage. We're gonna stay in the Mage Guild overnight, so you might as well just unload on your enemies. And the 5-3 steel golems down to 3 of the halflings. Griffins are such a good unit for this challenge. Griffins are such a good unit for this challenge. Without realizing it, we rolled the best possible situation we ever could have hoped for. Holy kittens. Holy kittens. And now 8 griffins. And it's going to be 1 final magic arrow. And for the low cost of most of your centaurs and 16 griffins and 20 of these gargoyles, we're going to take our enemy wizard's castle. We're going to take the logistics. And we now have the most high hit point unit on the map under our control. Sweet. For now. For now. Until green dragons are on the map. For now. I don't think that's going to happen. I do not think that's going to happen. I think that we're probably going to stay far, far away from dragons in this playthrough. I just don't think that we have the resources necessary to make that happen. So, as much as I hate to say it, I think that this is where we're at, and I think that this is how it's going to ride. That's okay. Okay, well that was a big moment, folks. That feels really, really good. Feels good. Oh, and I'm sorry. Yeah, typos happen all the time to everybody, but please don't worry about it. Tell you what, for all the people that say, "Oh, I'm sorry for my English. I apologize. My English is not good." Trust me, my English, like I'm a native speaker and I make mistakes all the time. So I don't think that mistakes are somehow a problem. So, yep, no worries. And I'm just grateful that you're here. And I appreciate that you're taking the time to spend the time to make a nice comment. So you're doing great. Thank you very, very much. And then Roman says, I have English Windows with my German keyboard and Polish autocorrect. So if my comments are ineligible, it's normal. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Do you realize how smart you have to be to say what you want to say and translate into another language? I think that if you are speaking multiple languages, that you are a freaking genius. Just so we're clear, Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you are translating into another language in your head as you're talking, you can make whatever mistakes you want because you are awesome. Now, this is coming, of course, from somebody that's not exceptionally good at English, or no, like I'm a native English speaker. I'm not good at any other language, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't speak any other languages, but I still think I've said what I've said. I've complimented you, and it's your choice if you take the compliment or not. Okay. Agar, I'm going to leave yellow alone, and I'm going to hope that they leave me alone too. Is there anything else I ought to do? I don't think so. I think that we're going to try and get this up to a 5th level Mage Guild, then a library. Save your resources. We're going to lose this. Oh, we're not going to lose that castle? You're kidding me. Oh, buddy. They choose not to attack Brownston and take the castle, which is excellent for me. I now have full spell points, and you're trying to attack me here. I think that was the game. Because after I defeat this wizard player, I think I've got all the ammunition I need to roll through the rest of this game. I'm going to pick up boars because they're just a good quality troop. Do I attack? I think I have to attack. I got 60 spell points. And I don't know. I don't want him to escape. I mean, sure, I could wait for him to attack me in Sorpagal, but if they change their mind, they go somewhere else, I don't think that that's in my best interests. So we're going to attack. We're going to attack. But yeah, that's why you prefer to watch from your PC, Boryuser. Boryuser says that's why I prefer to watch from my PC. As a poll with Polish autocorrect typing in English from the phone, a lot of frustration. I don't know. I really don't enjoy watching Twitch from my phone. Something about, like, it feels like, I don't know. I never feel like I have the consistency I need to make the playthrough, like, really enjoyable. Oh, I forgot. Our strength is not in our numbers. Our strength is in our combat. What am I doing? I was so worried for a second. Could you feel it? Did you feel how worried I was for a second? Cold Ray, 120 points of damage. Goodbye to the Magi. 4 giants. We are going to have to deal with them, but I don't know. Maybe we slow them? Not right now, clearly, but maybe at some point we slow them. I don't know. We'll see. I think that the rocks are going to go down of their own volition after the griffins deal with them. I'm going to try and get the boars in this direction, and then get the other creatures behind them, the hydras, out of the way. I don't want them to have to tangle with these giants if they don't want to. Skipping. Just skipping. At this point, maybe the most dangerous thing that could happen to me is if I forget we're doing magic only and I accidentally attack, and that kills the run. That actually is a skill issue. And remember, FixFox is the one that'll put his units on group formation and then forget, and then have bad things happen. So if it'll happen to somebody, it'll definitely happen to me. I will be the one that will forget that we're doing a magic only challenge, and I'll click in the wrong spot. And I'll attack on accident again, not just once, but again, for the second time. Again. Like right there, everything in my gut tells me that the hydras are going to get 2 hits off in just a second. They're not, because if you do, you fail the challenge. Centaurs, are the centaurs going to lose to these steel golems? Maybe. There's only 6 griffins left. Yeah, there's only 6 griffins left. We got 30 spell points left. We're going to just get out of this section here. Gargoyles are still doing a fine job. I think I'd prefer to keep... I've got a magic arrow these guys into the ground, 60 points of damage at a time. Centaurs are probably going to go down, but I'm going to leave my centaurs like a little bit of a room to try and escape. I don't think that they can. Yeah, they can't. It was a good try, though. It was a good try. 2 at a time. One there. Down. No haste, which is good. Will the enemy run at the last possible second? That's kind of my next question. And I don't know the answer. There's a bless. 1 attack, 1 defense, 7 spell power, 4 knowledge, 22 spell points left, but we already saw that they didn't have a mage guild. They had a level 1 mage guild, no level 2 mage guild. They rushed into... Oh, geez. They rushed into their big, beautiful other creatures, their giants and such. It's so tempting. It's so tempting. And then they ignored everything else. Folks, the enemy has fled. We probably could have done a lightning bolt at the last moment. We didn't. And now the enemy has run. Is that the end of purple? No, purple's not over yet. I thought that was it. I thought purple was done. but that's not it. Day 4. Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm scared. I'm scared. I respect it. I respect it, but I'm scared. I'm trying to get this artifact up here. I think Astra's gonna be the best one to make this happen with the 4 speed. So let's ignore gold at the moment. She'll want to get the +4 knowledge to my main hero very, very soon. Is there a better way of doing this? Should I go through gargoyles? I don't think I have the... No, I don't have the damage for that. Yeah, do not have the damage for that, but we can cruise on our way down from there. Let's have Rock then try and hero chain that in the most correct way. Let's actually have Sarkin see if he can step on the lift. Yes, we barely made it. Look at this. Yellow wants to come through and cause me harm. Oh, I'm sorry, Yellow. This road is closed. At the last possible moment, we shut the door, slam it shut, as it were. And Yellow is on the wrong side of the map. Get out of here, Yellow. Nobody likes you. I'm sure there's one person that likes Yellow, but your mom doesn't count. Ooh, Fix Fox with the your mama jokes? Come on, Fix Fox. What is this, grade school? Nope, this is Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Alrighty. Yeah, purple player's been vanquished, so I guess that the purple player was in the bottom left corner there. And then yellow, yeah, yellow is got all their forces in the bottom left. We have enough time and space to get Mage Guild levels, and I think we have enough time and space to get, yeah, at least 1 week's worth of Giants. Gotta get at least a nice 4th level spell. I think we're gonna go for a 4th level spell, and then we're gonna go for the library. That's what we're gonna do. We do need sulfur still. We've only got 1 sulfur mine. No, there's another one. Hold on. Oh, it's right there behind the dwarves. That's too far away. Okay, but we are going to do this little chaining maneuver. I will leave these forces here with Castor. Maybe he will find them useful. There's a sulfur mine, but we can't get to it. Sarkin can get to it. Let's hire another hero. Let's make it Croto. And he's just going to go track that down really quickly. Every little bit of sulfur is maybe 1 day earlier that I can get my most important offensive capability. So Sarkin is staying put. Agar, I guess Agar could go... I don't want the enemy to see me and start to work this way. I want them to stay in the bottom left corner, so I don't actually want to do much with Agar at the moment. He's going to stay here for now with the fastest creatures available to him so that on the new day of the new week, he can set off with the fastest possible movement points. I am going to do something similar with Arie. Only 12 gargoyles. It's not a lot, but I'm guessing that there's some, yep, sawmills and stuff nearby. Very good. With full spell points, I could potentially go through these archers. I don't think it's going to be necessary, though. Gold mine. Oh, wait. Pouch of sulfur? Go north. Yeah, go north immediately. What is this? Lots of veteran pikemen? I think we can defeat that. And that just leaves the question about Alamar. I think that there's still stuff he can go find. So he shall. And this playthrough's feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. We got the nest in both places. That's what I really want. I don't think that this is worth it. Getting the upgraded Cloud Castle for Titans is just not as good as Mage Guild levels. A 300 hit point creature with 12 defense is solid to make sure that the enemy has something to hit while you are blasting them away with magic. I still don't think it's the best tactical decision though, so we're gonna ignore that for now. Okay, we're up to the level 3 Mage Guild in the Wizard Town. It's anti-magic and holy word. That's not very good, which is fine. Doesn't have to be good. I don't have to like it. Yes. Frodo is picking up sulfur. We can get through that a little bit quicker. Hagar, he can also help the hero chain, I suppose. No. Stay put, so that way you can bring troops to the front. We have a plan. Stick to the plan, everybody. Alamar. He's already learned the disrupting ray. Let's have him go back through the lifts. Unless there's something up here. It looks like it's guarded by gargoyles. It's too much for him to handle, that's for sure. Sarkin, I don't know. If I dismiss these halflings and go from 3 speed up to 6 speed creatures only, he might be able to reach this gold mine next turn and get back. So we're going to skip for now. Yeah, and there's the yellow heroes. I don't know how technologically advanced they are. I'm still a little bit scared. 60 HP. If for some reason we don't win this fight, it's fine. We'll just send somebody else later to pick up this extra bit of resources, but I think that we can handle this. In fact, I think that the fireball spell is going to be really good here. I think it's going to be really good here. Alrighty. Holy kittens. There's a lot of chat that's happened that I haven't looked at. Oh my goodness. Let me just get caught up on chat real quick. Oh, hold on. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I fireball them all to death? Huh? That's a lot of damage. But Soren Denmark does like watching from his phone, which is nice. And then Christina Diamonds is like me, and they're very amazed by all the people from the Balkans. They're so multilingual. So hopefully I can learn phrases, and hopefully I can be useful for the people that are trying to learn some new English phrases. I do need to warn you, and I think I've said this before, but if you go to the United States, people might not be sure about where you learned your English from. They might have some questions about that, because there's definitely many turns of phrase that are really localized to my area. But that just means that you're going to pass as somebody from Idaho, which is not too bad. And funny enough, Idaho actually has one of the more neutral accents in the entirety of the United States. That's what's been told to me. And I don't know if I believe it or not, but apparently Idaho does have a fairly neutral accent, which is probably good for anybody who is trying to learn turns of phrase or any amount of English. So grateful that it's all working out. All right, day 7. No other purchases to make. We're still a couple of days away from Sulfur. And Croto. Wait, did we have 1,400 movement points? Yeah, we can make it. Yeah, we can make it. I couldn't remember if it was this turn or last turn. Hello. That we got rid of the halflings. Croto's gonna go up. Ready to help. Fairy troops to the front. Hagar's in position. Brock's in position. We're in position. On we go. And then Roman says, after a few months, my phone learned not to correct game to game and win to bueno. So it did a good job in recognizing, hey, he's speaking English. Like, let him do his thing. I like that. That's really cool. It's really cool. Dry says, my girlfriend just went to bed and tomorrow is her 30th birthday. So I just said I'll watch a bit more of Fix Fox, but secretly I'm going to put a room full of decorations. I won't tell her. I won't tell her. I'm so excited for you. I hope that you make it an amazing 30th birthday for her. It's a big birthday, so I hope that she has a wonderful one, and I'm grateful that you're taking very good care of her. Good stuff. Good stuff. Beautiful gesture, Christina Diamond says. I'm sure she'll be happy to wake up to that surprise. And Soren Denmark, thank you for being here. You were an Iron Man. We've been streaming for about nearly 6 hours, and you've been here for most of it. So thank you so very, very much for the time. You've deserved to go to bed and have a wonderful night. Take very good care. And then Roman does talk about a friend who speaks 6 or 7 languages and landed in a new country and talked to people just out of the blue. I love that. That's so cool. So cool. I'm so very impressed with all the people that can do that. And Roman continues to talk about the folks that have learned a new alphabet. Yeah, if you've learned an entirely new alphabet, like the Russian alphabet, in order to speak with people, you are pretty cool. Like, that's pretty intense. Imagine trying to write in a language that you don't know the letters for. There's a comedian, Bert Kreischer, who he was known as the Machine. That was his big comedic bit. And that's one of the things he says, is he's like, I didn't speak any Russian, but they needed me to go on this trip, and so I went. And imagine trying to pass classes in a language that you don't know the alphabet for. Star, circle, hashtag, sign. And then he says to the teacher, you do realize I can't speak, read, or write anything in Russian. She's like, I had you in my class for 3 years. Trust me, I am well aware. So I'm very impressed with the people that did take the time to learn those additional languages. That's really cool. Fixfox Wife, ETA, star, circle, star, shoe. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Oh, and Christina's mother language is Russian. So people have said that English is difficult to learn. I wonder what, I don't think that English, I could see how English would be really difficult to learn. As a native Russian speaker, what do you think, how do you think that Russian is to learn? I'm very interested to find out. And Fixbox Wife, I plan on being back. I think I can finish this up in the next 30 minutes. I think that we are really close to a win here. which is absolutely amazing considering the challenge before us. This might be my finest moment. Folks, this might be my finest moment. Elemental Storm. That's a good spell. Meteor Shower, good spell. Really good. Elemental Storm. I think that we need to hire a couple of heroes that have advanced wisdom. Do we have any heroes that have advanced wisdom? Basic wisdom, expert wisdom, basic, advanced. So Alamar is a good hero. Alamar needs to get there as quickly as they can, because they can pick up Elemental Storm and do a bunch of damage. We got Sarakin who can do that too. Brock's got the Foremost Scroll of Knowledge that we're trying to bring to the front. Let's hire a new hero. Well, we got too many heroes right now. Who's not being very worthwhile? Believe it or not, Castor is not being very worthwhile. We're going to let them go. We're going to hire a new hero. It's going to be Rathmont. Rathmont's whole job is going to be to sit on the lith until I'm ready to go through. Can he reach? He can. And so that gives Sarakin the chance with their advanced wisdom to go pick up the Elemental Storm. I think that we're going to need a couple of instances of Elemental Storm to kind of pepper down the enemy and to cause them some grief. I think that even a few Elemental Storms is going to go an awful long way, making sure that we're doing some significant damage. So let's go over here for you and for Brock. And who's the other hero? Alamar. Sarakin. It's just Alamar and Sarakin. So Sarakin's on the way. And Alamar. Oh, wait. Oh, Alamar's way out of position. Alamar's way out of position. What's the best way of getting down here? It's going to take you a lot of time, buddy. You'll get there. You'll get there. It's all right, Christina Diamond says about speaking Russian. I can't compare because German is really hard as a language to learn too when you don't learn it from your childhood because the grammar is very different. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like I'm sure that there's some languages that are adjacent to the language you speak. All of the Romantic languages, for example, I'm sure that they all are a little bit easier to understand, like French to Spanish and such, because they share a lot of like root words and such. But languages that are far removed from each other, I imagine that there are some real difficulties in trying to get those all together. Steel Golems, 50% damage from elemental spells. That might work. It might work. I'm going to start heading over here with Arie. I want the enemies to kind of try to crowd around down here. I'll take this castle and then they'll start to like stream forth and cause me grief. And when they try and come in that direction, that means that they're not going to go up here. They're not going to go up this way. And then I'll be able to just handle them. I'm going to be able to direct traffic a little bit to make sure that they go only in the directions I want them to. This guy, for example, this little misfiring brain cell. Frodo's going to assist in this artifact transfer from here to here. It's going to get out of the way, and it is going to be Arie that goes for full spell points here, especially because the other enemy is not too far away. I'm a little bit concerned, not knowing where they're going to go or what they're going to do. Hydras are too slow. You want to take them? I want to take them. I'm not going to. Oh. Did you forget what your job was, sir? Maybe Frodo can help facilitate that trade one more time. Okay, but Sarakin does need to get that spell, especially if there's an enemy coming up here in just a moment or two. I'm going to see if with these steel golems, he's going to have just enough HP to survive the damage. Let's see. Let's do the math. Oh, it's only 50 points of damage? It's not that good. Yeah, steel golems will absolutely survive that. 50 points of damage, they got 35 HP. Shoot, you can do it just like that. You can do 5 stacks and you can still do some damage. Just because you have the advanced wisdom doesn't mean that you're smart. Maybe a little bit smart. Roman spent 2 weeks in Ukraine, so you learned letters, and then you had to learn small differences between the Ukrainian and the Russian alphabet. Now you can read, but you lack vocabulary. Ah, not too bad, not too bad. Now it's very impressive, again, very impressive. I hope that as you continue on your way, animate dead, slow, resurrect. We're gonna have to go for the 5th level Mage Guild. I hope that you continue to learn and grow, that you're happy with your progress. Uh-oh, here he comes. Yeah, because I think that, I mean, I think it's one of the coolest things that anybody can do is like learn the new language and just get good at it. And it's always going to serve you. As far as I'm aware, it's always going to serve you. You're never going to be sad that you learned a new language. I've never met anyone that was sad for it. But English is easy. Good. Very happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Oh, geez. Roman talking about the color green, all the different ways you can say it in Polish versus the one way we have in English. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's English for you. I do kind of want to keep these troops. I got the gold for it, 700 gold. We'll do that. I'm just going to rehire. Do you want to rehire Sarakin, or does somebody else need to get in there? Nope, he can just get rehired there. Very good. I don't think that this enemy can reach, so we're probably going to get to do that first thing in the morning. Agar's going to go as far as they can to here. Frodo is yet again going to do a little bit of a handoff. Boop. And boop. Okay. Arie is now full on spell points. Yeah, full on spell points, 110 spell points, and they're full on troops. Arie has no reason not to go fighting. I think that Arie is going to go through the liths as opposed to down here. I think that we're going to handle Ruby. I think we got enough other forces. You know, we got centaurs and stuff that can manage. I think it's time to go through the liths. We're going to have Rathmont step off just for a moment. Arie's going to go through. Folks, we've already defeated the wizard player. Can we do more? Can we do more? This castle, it took a while for them to defeat. I don't think that there's going to be anything worthwhile in there. I think we just head up to their main castle and ignore that other opportunity for now. We'll pick that up later, but that is not the primary goal. That is just like that's icing on the cake for later. Forces here. We'll leave those forces back for now, and then there's going to be a little bit of a hero chain to make sure that we have enough forces to defend our wizard castle. The library was good. I don't think it was enough for me to send forces back. The resurrect is good. It's not great. Good, but not great. We're just going to go to here. Let's see what Ruby does, and let's go on to the next day. Let's see what yellow does in general. Oh, they went south? They might have one of the barbarian castles down there. I still don't think that that's more important to me than picking up their main castle. And I am going to step on this observation tower because I think I can reach the castle here first thing in the morning without worrying about being too far behind. If I can get it next turn, I would rather be able to also fight and win. Okay. Oh no, we lost again. The sounds are very difficult for me because I would speak it differently when I read it. That makes a lot of sense. I know that occasionally as I'm speaking, if I try and fake like I'm speaking another language, it always comes out kind of French for me because French is the other language that I have learned. Not very well, but a little bit. And so I've got English, and then I've got the French sounding sounds. It's not really French, but it sounds French. And so if I'm trying to fake like I'm speaking Spanish or something, it comes out sounding like French. At least to my ears, though. I'm sure that a native French speaker or Spanish speaker would say, no, you just sound silly. Whatever you think you sound like, not really. Who's this? Alamar? He's got the ability, yeah, he's got the ability to pick up the Elemental Storm because he's got the Advanced Wisdom. We're going to send him over in just a second. Rock is going to make sure the Sarakin's got plenty of forces, plenty of meat here. We will move the Halflings back 6 speed only. Yeah, 6 speed only. And then what Brock does, I don't really mind. It's his choice. It's his call. 63 over there. Yeah, that looks the most correct to me. Okay, so if we are attacked by Ruby, we should definitely win with Sarakin. The forces are just too overwhelming at that point. So Croto is good. I think that Agar is good to start heading back. And Alamar's got to go pick up Elemental Storm. and he's probably going to go in this direction. It can probably be Agar or somebody. Maybe they pick up a gazebo and they get expert wisdom or advanced wisdom. And they just go in this direction. That would make sense to me. Okay, on to the new day. And folks, this is it. Lord Kilburn has got a few Crusaders. We've got 3 giants to absorb the contact. There is Tyro to the south. There's still a castle of Erlequine, but there's been no enemies up in this direction. We have mostly revealed the map. That one observation tower is kind of a big deal. It says that we lose, but it does come down to the spells. It's always come down to the spells. And I don't think that the knight player did a good enough job in getting major forces up to prevent us from winning this game. So Meteor Shower, I'm just going to unload first right here. If I need to, I can just blast the Crusaders solo. And I think I wait. I think I let these forces come out and try and fight me. Because I think that if they do try... Really? You want to stay back? Okay, whatever. Yeah, if they want to stay back, okay, I think I'm just going to continue to Meteor Shower you to death with my 110 spell points. That's a lot of spell points. We did lose a giant already, so the damage from the towers is pretty significant. I think in just a second, yeah, the beginning of the new turn, I'm going to want to send Griffins and Gargoyles in front of the Dwarves. This does defeat this force. Yeah, perfect. So we go here, don't attack. We go here, don't attack. I just said don't attack. 2 Gargoyles are going down there. We've almost lost another giant. If the enemy resists this spell, that feels bad, but that is just the way it goes. They did resist the spell. That is another giant that perishes as a result of that. And then let's just hope for the best. Again. Okay. That's 2 extra Griffins that cost us. But we do get out of the fight. 2 giants, 4 Griffins, 10 of the Gargoyles. That is Yellow's main castle. We're going to take the luck here. And yes, we were able to snipe out their castle. This is their primary castle. There are 2 castles here to the south. We are going to go... do we stay overnight? I think that we do. Yeah, we only have 51 out of our 120 spell points. I think that we wait for now. I think that the only heroes that matter right now are Alamar and Sarakin. Barak can just say hello real quick. I think he's got 1 spell anyway that can do some damage. But folks, I think we've done it. I think we have climbed the mountain. I think we have found a way to win this scenario. Yeah, that should be fine. Because I think that this is about to be Sarakin defeating this foe. Let's do the same tactic we've been doing so far. Groups into 4. Groups into 4, trips left. Doing 50 points of damage. There's going to be 10 peasants left over after we do this 1 elemental storm. And I think, does that kill everybody else? Not quite. 10 HP here, 10 HP here. Unless the enemy wants to... Unless they want to run away. I think that we're just going to let them attack us. Oh, they do have a magic arrow. That's scary. Jeez, she is mad. That was a feisty little maneuver from her. Okay, we're gonna retreat one more time. But there is another wizard hero. Who is it? No, Alamar just got here. He's only got the 1 gargoyle though, so we're gonna rehire Sarakin. He's close enough. And even though he doesn't have any spell points, I think I can just let the enemies do damage. I'm just gonna let them retaliate into me, and then we'll win that way. Okay, we're doing good. 1 pikeman here, and the enemy has fled. Perfect. That's just fine for me. So Sarakin's going to make sure that they've got full spell points. They're going to have the fastest creatures that they can. It's going to be the 6-speed boars. And then these forces are going to set off down the road in this area. We will see where the enemies go from there. But I think that we're done. I think that there's 1 yellow hero we've seen, 2 yellow heroes. There's a castle in the bottom left. I don't know if they've got a town on the right. The fact that they just hired 2 heroes out of this castle means that this is their next primary castle, including the fact that one of them is Ruby. So we're going to go in this direction. I do want to make sure Ruby doesn't get away from me. So even though I'm going to take a little bit of terrain penalty, I'm going to go in this direction. And I do think 2 knowledge, 6 spell power. I mean, this is going to be... Alamar's actually the best hero, I think, for this possible elemental storm. Whatever their next chunkiest hero is, I'm going to want it to be Alamar that takes the damage. So Sarakin is just here for defense. You'll be ready to go if called on. And that means that Alamar's going up the way. And we're doing something of a pincher attack to ensure that the enemies don't run away and leave. That's a new follow. Oh, Dries, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much for the time. I've really enjoyed having you here, and it's been just a pleasure. So yeah, all the decorations are up. You're off to bed. Good luck with the rest of the map. Hey, good luck to everything. I hope that your dear sweetheart enjoys very, very much your surprise. And again, I won't tell them what you've done, but have a beautiful day tomorrow, as Christina Diamonds tells you. And it's been a pleasure. We will catch you around, I'm sure. Okay. 150 points of damage here. These two creatures. I think we got enough. I don't know if there's like an artesian spring or something. Oh, this is not even fair. I don't know if there's like an artesian spring, but I don't think I mind if I potentially lose a lot of my spell points. Look at this. Look at this. The AI has decided to be very, very kind to me. And I don't think that they've got enough damaging spells to really cause me any concern. So I think we're just going to call it one more meteor shower. 90 spell points left. Yeah, we could do the fireball. Let's just do the meteor shower. It's just more effective, I think. Okay. And it's going to be 1 griffin, 7 gargoyles. I'm not going to pick up the sulfur mine. Nothing really matters. I am going to go in this direction because I don't want this hero to really run. But we'll hopefully get to Arie in just a moment or two. Plus 1,000 experience here for Alamar. There is another town, yes. So we do have to defeat this town here. I think that we've got it with no issues. Oh, yellow player. Yellow player thinks that they've got us here. I'm actually very glad that they attacked Alamar as opposed to rushing away somewhere else, though. Alamar never stepped in the castle to get the elemental storm. Very sad. But that does mean that we still have 3 cold rays that we can do some damage with. We're still going to be very effective with our turn. Maybe it's going to be Saracen that comes up in just a moment or two. So we're going to wait a few times. Nothing we can do. Just wait. Wait for whatever damage is about to befall us. Because we're still a chunky bit of damage. It's going to take some time for the enemies to deal with us. We're going to take out the rangers because the range damage, we can't really retaliate against that. Ooh, can't retaliate against that either. But we can with 1 more cold ray. We'll take out 2 paladins. That's pretty good. I think, let's see. I think I'm good to retire from the field for 975 gold, and we're going to rehire at the yellow castle that we've already defeated. Yeah, we'll do that in just a moment or two. So right here, rehire Alamar. He's going to have a little bit of extra spell power to kind of rejuvenate himself with. Are there any troops here? Yes, there are. It's been a new week. Very good. Let's just do a hockey substitution, a full change. I don't know why there's peasants here. We're going to take the 6-speed creatures there instead. And I am going to stay overnight just to make sure that I have full spell points for the morning. Let's get Saracen with these forces because there's a bunch of them. He's going to come up the road here to make sure that the enemies don't get squirrely on us. And can you feel it? Can you feel that the enemy's on their last legs here? Yep, yellow is retreating. This says it's a loss. Again, we're going to have enough spell points, but it's going to be still not my favorite thing. $150 spell points there. Excuse me, 150 points of damage there. I don't think I mind about the damage to these forces, so I'm going to send gargoyles and griffins over the wall. Master swordsmen are going to get the first shot off on these gargoyles. Tell you what, though. Hold on. No, I'm not. I'm just going to back off with the gargoyles. And hope the Master Swordsmen don't come out. And I'm just going to meteor shower right there. Oh, even better. Okay. That should be it. Perfect. 4 and 5. We got a new castle. We'll take the diplomacy for now. There's a level 2 spell. That's the first time we've gotten a blind. That's pretty good. We've only got 50 spell points left. Let's play this safe. Don't get fancy with it. Just do the smart thing. Stay overnight. Get more spells. More spell points at least. And yeah, the enemy has decided not to leave their 2 towns. At this point, folks, this is what you call circling the wagons. The AI is circling the wagons, and they are doing their best to make sure that they don't lose to the far superior fighting force. I think that that is a wise decision on their part. I think that the knights defending just makes too much sense, but I also think that's not going to help them in the long run. We could do the meteor shower for 50 points of damage. I think we're going to defend, take damage until we have what we need, until we are down to just probably these troops left. Yeah, just the iron golems, steel golems, and then we will be done with this fight. We'll elemental storm our way out of here and be done. Lots of skipping in this game, have you noticed? Really weird when you see Magi taking their first 2 turns of the game to just walk down the battlefield. You don't see that every day. I don't anyway. Maybe you do. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, the giants are almost exhausted. They're still getting some damage off. Okay, giants go down. Rocks, good, good, good. Wouldn't it be funny if the F Heroes 2 AI like learned as you played it? Hold on, 50 points of damage to just these 4? No, you're still better off doing the elemental storm. Wouldn't it be funny if the AI learned how to be a better player by watching other people play, and it saw this and it was like, I don't think I have anything to learn from you. Could you imagine if it was like, why did this work? Why are the Magi running down the battlefield? I don't know, man. It just makes sense. All right. No chain lightning in this playthrough, but we're almost done. 120 spell points. I think I can just do a couple fireballs. There is one. Okay. Enemy surrenders, which is even better for me because it was going to take me a while to defeat them. And then I'm going to let my man and yours. I'm going to let Arie be the one to actually defeat final evil guy. Tyro is standing strong, folks. Tyro is doing his very best to win this scenario. Tyro with his 6 attack, 5 defense, 2 spell power, and 8 knowledge. As the yellow player, he has done exceptionally well in keeping his forces alive. However, I simply must tell you that's not going to be enough. I cannot elemental storm here, funny enough, because I might lose. In fact, I will lose. Oh, so you know what I'm going to do? Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cold ray. Let's see. I'm going to cold ray a couple of these creatures a few times, and then I'm going to elemental storm, and it's going to be the other hero that finishes it off. Whoa, don't do that. We're going to try and end this fight with an elemental storm. I just think that'll be the funniest thing for me. Meteor shower. This way I can maybe kill dwarves too. Look at those dwarves. They just keep defending. Good job. Good job to the dwarves. All right. Here. Okay. Yeah, you better walk towards me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, walk towards me again, buddy. Elemental storm. That'll kill the giant for sure. I guess there was just enough forces left alive, and the dwarves didn't get touched by it. That's frustrating. I guess I got one more chance. Let's see. I got 57 HP. Let's do a cold ray real quick. Okay, there's 9 left. All right, and elemental storm. All right, there's 1 dwarf left, and who could it be but Alamar here to finish it off? Not even my main hero, just my secondary hero. But I think that this will be the final bit of damage. So, folks, with 1 lightning bolt, a wizard's hat, book of the elements, skull cap, endless carnivore, fire cloak, golden horseshoe, superior scroll of knowledge, statesman's quill, seeing eye pendant, everhot lava rock, endless pouch of sulfur, foremost scroll of knowledge. And with that, yellow player's been vanquished. Do you realize what we just did? Do you realize what we just did? We defeated Broken Alliance with magic only. We used magic only to defeat our enemies, and we did it. We defeated not 1 but 2 enemies on impossible difficulty with magic only. Would I do this challenge again? Maybe. I think I might have to if the wheel decides that it's my fate. But that was a nuts playthrough. That was crazy. That was insane. This might be peak Fix Fox right here. This might be one of my all-time greatest moments. This might be one of my all-time greatest moments. We got a rating of a black dragon, and we didn't lift a sword. That's insane. That's nuts. That felt good. And it feels good to be here at the end of all things with all of you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I've not been catching up on chat. Y'all have been talking about different languages, and it's been great. I really love and appreciate when chat just enjoys each other's company. I'm glad that I get to be the backdrop to your very awesome conversations, and I'm going to read the chat later to get caught up on it and enjoy it. But for now, it's just really, really fun to get to see what you're all doing. So Magic has broke the alliance. Magic has broke the alliance. It depends on how you pronounce it. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the congratulations. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm tired. I'm just a little bit tired. But I appreciate you all. Okay. 43 days, 251 score, rating of a black dragon. I think it's gonna be time to call it. One of the things I want to just mention real quick was in the high scores, one of my favorite moments was Pyramid, 22 days. We did that on stream. I am sad that it's not available to us anymore. It's been lost to time. That playthrough has been lost to time. This playthrough and this stream we've had today was maybe one of my all-time favorites, all the same. Right up there with that Pyramid playthrough. So if you were here, thanks for the time, thanks for the energy, thanks for the GGs, thanks for the energy, thanks for the fun, and yeah, we will catch you on the flippity flop. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to leave chat open for a couple of minutes just so the people that want to wrap up their conversation sure can. But folks, I do ask one humble favor, and it is this. Do me a huge favor. Look after you, look after your friends, look after your family, take very good care of yourself. Until I see you next time, my name is Fix Fox. I'm grateful for all of you. We'll see you again later. Thanks for a good time.